Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to day two of the UK versus Germany Friendly International. For those of you who were watching yesterday, you'll know that we finished very, very close. A UK lead 40-38. That's after the Germans took the last three PR points overnight. I'm delighted to be joined by Dan Rovira and Kent Goulding, who will be commentating both of the matches today. Round 4, 5 p.m. We're expecting Andrew Fotiadis and Bernhard Kaiser. And to finish, we will be showing Seb Wilkinson and Dirk Sheman. If the scores are tied, 75 all at the end of all of that, there will be 1 point playoffs between 5 people picked from each team. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. You can see the players are accumulating in the heroes room. So I will hand you over to Kent and Dan.
Well, good morning. I'm Kent Goulding from far across in the U.S. right now. I'll be in the UK for the UK Open in August. Looking forward to seeing lots of people there, and even giving a Hidden Whopper seminar, which will be delightful. See all the blunders top players make. I'm really excited to watch these matches today and to offer what little bits of tidbit enlightenment I can as to what the players are thinking. And of course, I'm joined by, or am joining, Dan Rovira. Dan, say something brilliant.
I'm Dan Rovira. I have Backgammon is Beautiful. Yeah, and I'm joined by the formidable Kent Goulding. So hoping to have a good session. We'll talk you through some of the plays as we go along, and just enjoy ourselves. So, yeah.
Oh, my objective doing this is to provide what might the players be thinking, or what should the players perhaps be thinking. Most of these players probably play at least at the level I play, or higher. So I'm not going to be pretending to give any of them lessons, but I can perhaps interpret what's on the board.
Let's continue.
And what they're likely thinking, and then let them make their final conclusions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I think the audience watching this will be a range of maybe newer players, improvers, and stronger level players. So hopefully they'll all learn maybe something from watching these two players over the board, and some of your comments, Kent, as we go along. So. I can't find. I'm just trying to find the match, Julia. Where is it?
Let's
continue.
Ordinary heroes. Say Emperor. It's in. There's a tournament room.
Okay. What's the name of the tournament room? Sorry.
UK versus Germany individual, I think.
Oh, okay.
I scrolled down this couple of hundred things, and it was relatively near the bottom. If you just scan it, all of a sudden the UK pops up, and then you can find the room.
Okay, I think I brought it up now. Yes, and they've begun. Colombia versus Emperor. So great. Yeah.
All right, they're off and running. It's 11 points. I guess we can see the clock on the left.
Okay.
I presume we'll see the whatever kind of lag they get, how much free time they get before the bank kicks in. So that'll be nice to know at some point when it happens. Have they paused? I see neither clock running.
Yep, they were just pausing to let you two catch up. So it should be good to go now.
Very gentlemanly. Okay, great. Let me turn off the sound so we get rid of that.
Well, I'm likely to refer to Colombia and Emperor, not by Andrew and Bernhard, but more like just black and white. And so I don't get confused about who I'm talking about. I show Colombia on the bottom of my screen playing black checkers. Is that what you see, Dan?
Yeah, absolutely, Kent. Yeah, so we've got Andrew Fotiadis in black and Bernhard Kaiser in white, and 11-point match on heroes. So White is on the bar, and
That was actually a very interesting play he just had to make, and it went by quickly, that Black had to make. And now everything's best play for Black is to pick up his dice and not move any checkers. Nifty shifty. This is something that is worthy of being looked at. Back in the 20th century, when I played most of my backgammon, we would never consider such a play. And the robots taught us that keep your eyes open for the nifty shifty plays, because sometimes not only are they worthy of consideration, but by far the best. I don't know if this was a good example of making the nifty shifty, but that's something that old geezers like me that do not have a lot of help with XG would never make it.
I kind of liked it. It was a bit of a tempo to stop White building on the other side of the board. But yeah, giving up your 5 points to shift.
Lucky.
Let's okay, double 4. Obviously, Black needs a bit of mobility there with the back checkers can't escape. So,
well, he's thinking. The pause here is clearly that he's thinking about shifting again, but I don't think it's right here. I think the race is actually close. He's got a slight lead. He's got a 5-point blockade. Of course, has good attacking chances, but he can't really. It's very dangerous to hit loose, with like 16 re-hit numbers, because they could be instant losers. This is
yeah, I quite like him stuck behind the prime, but the shift is really strong against a 5-point board, and on a dance, he may even have a double there.
Yeah, it's tough. Now the shoe's on the other foot.
So hitting loose with a 5 and bringing in, and then
now dance and do you double? It's an easy take. I'm not sure it's
easy take. I think so. You've got 20 rolls to escape. 5s and 6s jump out. 5s are duplicated though to make the ace. So
I'm not sure I double. There's some catastrophe rolls. You can almost lose instantly with
you can
double 3s, things like that.
Sure, but I think now you can kind of lose your market after you've escaped one. Now it's going to be
Unlucky.
A pass, surely.
Yeah,
after
this
your
is
opponent
a double
doubles.
and a pass, but I'm not sure it's by a ton. For now, there's a pretty good sequence.
Yeah, I think the small numbers still played quite well though, and the big numbers escaped.
New
so
game.
You have a diversification of the small and big. So, okay, so no double there. Green came up in green, so maybe.
Oh, maybe it was too good.
Maybe it was too good. Sure. Yeah. Okay. So 1 to Andrew. And so both players playing pretty quick as they go along in the opening game. So double 2 is great on stacks, makes for 9 point.
9 point, by the way, back in the good old days, was kind of an afterthought. In the post-bot era, the 9 point is much stronger than we used to give it credit for.
I like that play. White's got a priming structure, stepping to the 22 points. Double 3. So here White should definitely step up with a lead, and then Black's going to hit with a 4. It's a good return. Okay. Lovely, making the prime. Excellent.
This is sort of annoying. Well, once again, he'd rather just play the 4 than pick up his dice.
So 5 here, an opportunity to slot the back of the prime.
He can slot the back and split. He can also make an action play and run out to the 18 point, or the boring 13 to 7. Boring 13 to 7 may be a bit too boring.
A bit. I like this play.
This is exciting. This is that's the try to win play. This is reasonable. I don't like 13 to 7 just all by itself. This
is okay. Duplicate 6s.
He's letting us see all the choices. I like that, which means he's thinking all the choices. I mean, a lot of players will zero in on 1 or 2 options and then possibly miss the best option.
Yes, considering the candidate plays. I mean, here sixes are good anyway for white.
All around sixes are good for white. And this one, if white doesn't roll a 6, black may have a very strong double.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, yeah, I think I'm slotting. Would you slot there, Kent? I think what would be your play?
Well, I'm still torn between. My guess is breaking up the prime without enough backup ammunition it probably isn't right.
Mm-hmm.
With an extra builder in there, that probably. Oh, he did it. He went for the broken up. Now the big question is, does white make a tempo hit on the 2-point or just develop? And I like the tempo hit.
I think you have to stop black making the bar, making a 2.
Now again, this is. I'm not. If you. This looks like you're just giving black a little bit too much.
Too much, yeah. Black duplicates of 5s as well for black to re-enter and make for 2 points. So it's another little bonus from this play.
These are tough plays. I mean, and they're very, very good players. I'm pleased to see Emperor in particular taking the time to look at all the options, and which gives us a chance to look at them as well.
Mm-hmm. I think I'd step up with a 4 here. You need to get out. Don't.
Well, yes, you can also just run out to the 14-point and try to guard. I mean, yeah, he has to cover that's for sure. This is reasonable. Oh, I see. He's only got 1 left, so he can't run out to the 14.
I think he's bringing that down to try to make the bar, isn't he, with a 6-2, double 2, and so on. But I prefer to coming forward. Race is even. You've got the stronger board. You don't mind contact. Contact favors you. So again, here, I mean,
yeah, he doesn't have a lot of choices.
So now white's obviously got to run, get out.
Lucky.
And if we don't roll a 3, we got issues.
Yeah, so this 4-1 is not great, and this is the downside to not moving your checkers because
it's going to be a strong double. It's probably actually. I guess that's reasonable. You know, can you talk yourself into taking a double, whatever play you make?
I think you can take it with the open 5 points, and the 23-point anchor is. I mean, loses a lot fewer gammons than the
very unlucky.
So,
your opponent doubles.
Yeah, very, very powerful double. You know, one of the take.
And 2 down, I think now with a blots board.
Yeah, particularly with the board smashed, and that's one of Black's problems is that he doesn't really want to play his numbers. He's going to have to give up the midpoint. He really doesn't want to leave his anchor unless he hits something. I think the flexible play here is well worth the several shots it leaves.
Yeah, I think so. And 6-1 remakes a 6. Yeah. Okay, so now white can play a bit safer to a 6 and the 8, I think.
Well, he can also break his midpoint. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's only 5-3. Everything else is blocked. Again, you kind of want to play the 5 in and then not play a 2.
Yes.
I think he's got to leave. I think he's just got to leave the 5-3. That's all it is, and I think it makes coming home. Yeah, he's looking at all the options. Good for him. This is not playing the 2.
I do like 2 down. I think the 11-point is really strong with the open 5 points.
Yeah, I think this is the play he'll make. This I think to me stands out as the most flexible to come home.
Gives yourself a better 6 as well.
I don't like that one.
Yeah, 6s play much better in the other variations. So
this I think this was I think he made an error there.
Okay, 5-4 really
I'm
not
not sure there's an option here other than keep your prime and basically pray.
Yeah, so now I think you make the 10. You just don't leave anything. 5-6.
Yeah, there's no good. Well, he may show us some options, but I don't. That seems a little too rich. Actually, it's that's an interesting play. You know, one play he didn't. Oh, look at that! blocked the 5-3. That was convenient. And he dasn't step out as much as he'd like to keep his board intact. Stepping out's just a little bit. You can get gammon too often.
Sure. I mean, it's interesting though. You don't really want to break the board, but not much choice. Yeah. Okay.
You still want a race. Well, yeah, there you go.
Very nice.
Keep as much board as possible, and then hope for that number next turn. Pop out with a 6-4 and get into a viable race.
Yeah. So that's.
I think this is the right play. I think he's got to be prepared to attack if it's a 6, not 4.
Yeah, I think if White had been further ahead in the race, then you'd clear from the 10 points. But
correct, but the race is much too close. I think in general, people underestimate how big a lead they need in order to release the contact.
Excellent.
Look, he's looking at keeping. He's got a slight lead, but he's looking at keeping maximum contact. I kind of like the maximum contact play.
Sure. I mean, Black has no timing as well, so there.
Right. So
Black's got to leave the anchor, and this is great. So now
amazingly lucky.
We may very well see a redouble.
Very lucky.
Not quite yet, but well.
Amazingly lucky.
So this is where they should take a moment to pause, and this looks like a redouble.
It sure does. 4, 7, 11. 3, 6, 9, 11.
I mean, even though a small lead, I mean, this is.
Well, how much do the pips versus rolls matter?
Your opponent doubled.
I think so. Now the question is, can he? I mean, normally a 5-roll flush bear off is a take. With not as many doubles working, this may be closer to not being a take, but it's a fantastic. It looks like a strong double. What do we 3, 6, 7, 8, 9? Double 2s don't do anything. Double 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s work. Double 1s sort of work for White. So in order to catch up, White needs to roll a doubles. So all the doubles aren't working, but it's 5 rolls and not 4 rolls or 3 rolls. Very powerful double. Actually, all doubles do work for Black.
Well, I mean, a 5-roll position is not actually a redouble. It's an initial double, but not a redouble.
Right. This is not exactly 5 rolls.
Yeah, White might have more of a kind of 5.5 roll or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very. I'm actually leaning toward passing, but this is. You need some of the Art Benjamins of the world who can do all the calculations and say, "Oh, here are our odds."
I think this is where you can use eyesight. Jeff Hall did a video on that on my channel. Backgammon is beautiful. This eyesight method for calculating these end game bear off positions. So check that out if you'd like to. Okay, so definitely taking the time here to the clock has been paused, which I wasn't aware you could pause a clock during a match, but there you are. A bit of liveliness in the chat there, Kent. I think giving up.
Yeah. Why is he giving him more time? They got a little bit tangled up with the clock.
So you said
you're all the maths, but to me, this yes, it's a 5-roll position, but White needs to roll doubles to catch up. White's more likely to still miss, than Black is, and even because and doubles, all doubles seem to gain a roll for Black, at least superficially. Certainly 3s and bigger do. 2s get 3 checkers off and then leave him vulnerable to 1, 2. Otherwise, that picks up a full roll. Double 1s picks up a full roll unless he rolls 2 subsequent ones after that. So all of the doubles, including 1s and 2s, are working very well for Black, and they're not working very well for White. and that's white needs to roll an extra doubles in order to overtake. Otherwise, he loses. Yeah, I think. Oh, look, the computer thinks it was a mistake.
There is a take. Yeah, I think.
I don't blame him for dropping. That was a tough problem.
Yeah, we can see actually we don't have XG here running, but we can see the green. So that was also an error, making the 4 point there. So double one is a great roll, making the rack. White's glad to have the anchor, and now White can just make the point, the 4 point.
When can Black double a position like this? I mean, Black clearly has, in the old days of chess, if you were reading the analysis of this chess game, it would say, and the rest is just technique. Black has a lasting advantage, but in backgammon, it's not so easy to convert that advantage. With White anchored on the 3 point, you need some pretty good threats or a pretty big lead in the race before this may be enough. This may be enough to
Unlucky.
I mean, there are definitely
too good. I don't think you can take this. I think it's just too big.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's too good with the anchor because White can just sit on that for a long time. But I mean, with a lead here, obviously getting to an even away score is pretty powerful as well for White. I mean, 12 pips, I mean.
Well, it's that extra blot out there on the 11 point, which is
right.
That's the whole problem. That thing also that could get hit, and we could be lucky enough to see like a double ones thrown or a succession of ones and twos, and a backgammon can come out of it. All of White's anchors are in play.
Yeah, I think I would take it. Okay, one on the bar, but you have the anchor, the race is close, you have the 4 points made. Okay, maybe.
No, it's all good points.
Okay, so nice return 4-5. So
keep hitting.
So Black there, Andrew's got a lead, 4 point lead in the match. So okay, making the bar. Obviously a choice there, but making us better. Now all 6 is played awkwardly.
I think this is better than the sort of almost pointless hit.
Yeah, so now we're going to see White doubling this if Black doesn't perform. So stepping up.
I still maybe a take, but I think I would still double. He has to hit.
Yeah, hitting and
maybe anchor.
Yeah, or even stepping up, give yourself a 5, good 5 to get out, maybe. Yeah.
It's you don't. It's sort of fun. It's the reason to make the anchor is to dodge a double rehit or some catastrophe. You don't really want that anchor. That's an anchor he'll leave quickly. And now he's looking at not hitting, which is a reasonable option.
I think you've got to hit here for sure, and then work out what you do with the other number. And I think that's just a good way to think about the dice. You play half of it first, and then consider the other half.
Maybe stepping forward, as you mentioned earlier, is not a bad idea. But this is or even that basically frees up a 3, but sort of trades it for half a 4.
Yeah, I like coming to a 21. I mean, Black hitting against, it's probably close there. So anyway, Black re-enters there, and then White can make the 20 points or hit. I
think it's an easy hit. You can don't worry about the 20 point.
I mean, you're hitting here with a stronger board, and you've got potential of making a 5 prime. So sure, that hit looks a right play. Okay, lovely.
Well, he's still thinking about it.
Yeah, I think you hit for sure. You can.
I agree.
Benefit. Okay, computer didn't actually like it there when yellow, so the 20 point probably was better. 6-1. Okay, can go to the mid, reinforce the midpoint.
I think so. By the way, I'd be a little bit it's nice to see the computer thinks that might have been the wrong play, but I'm very suspect. Maybe this position is okay, but I'm very suspect that the lower level analysis is should really be relied on.
Sure. Yeah, you need to roll some of these decisions out. So it was a good escaping roll there for Andrew with 6-1. So now Black has a 20 pip lead, and White is, yeah, just playing a holding game, really.
I actually liked his idea of coming up to the 20 point.
I think here you invite contact, I think, with a stronger board. You need something to something to turn, yeah.
Oh, he's trying. The problem is, how does White make it hardest for Black to come home without leaving shots? This covers most of the board, but also leaves Black some opportunities to attack.
I mean,
now a good question. Should he hit 2 and try to get something so coming home is easier, or try to play semi-safe? Semi-safe leaves a lot of shots. I think this is the right play.
Yeah, I think you're out of options here, Kent. I mean, even you play off the mid, you still leave a lot of indirects.
Right.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
this is also a play many would overlook, but I don't think it gains enough. I'm not sure, just because you don't get enough out of it, and that might be a little bit valuable if you get hit. It's a distant stepping stone.
Yeah, the double hit, you leave fewer shots, right? You're only leaving 3s to get hit back because you're picking up 2 checkers. I mean, anything else you're leaving
here. 4, 6. Is this 8? Is this just 8 shots?
You've got 4, 6, 6, 1, 5, 2, 2. Yeah, you don't love hitting against a stronger board, but I think you're out of options. So yeah, go for it.
That's fewest shots.
It's yeah, it doesn't do enough. Like in there, the double 5, I mean, it would have been missed, right? So it would have been a benefit. So Black just is hoping to get this home as safely as possible with a lead. Well, not so much now after a double 5.
Now, what does White do with his final 5 or 5s? I think he's right to build the board.
I think so. I think the 5 prime looks good.
How many has he played to get this far? Is that just 2? If he can keep that, if he can take that checker home, or has he played all 4? This is
okay.
We have 2 more to go. This interesting play. See, the trick here is he's covering as much of the board as possible and inviting contact.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And there was duplication there, the 6-1, so Black couldn't hit, making the 5 point is obviously very strong. And I mean, if Black had a better race lead, then this would be a double, but not at this.
Yeah, well, now the race is looks like it's dead even. Black clearly has an advantage here. He can. Oh, this is a very, very good roll.
So yes, so now
be the end of it.
So yes, I'm thinking this is a double, even though the race is well, Black's actually behind slightly. Yes, I think you've got to double this. You've got threats to.
Can you eke out a take here, or do you have to give it up?
I think you can take it on the race, but it's a little scary, right? I mean,
it's a lot scary. Black has 6-1. Is that it? 5-1's a little awkward. Aces are bad in general. Yeah, that's a.
I mean, yeah, it's tough to win from there. You don't like letting it go when the opponent's already leading. But
by the way, creeping into everybody's brain. This 5-0 lead is a pretty big deal. You don't go crazy, but clearly Black should be playing for advanced anchors and not priming games, try to dodge the gammons, and White should be going the other way around.
Lucky.
Absolutely, that's right, Kent. Yeah, so I mean, White wants volatility in the position, and gammons, and black wants stability and anchors. Yeah.
And when might we spin him a loose one?
Your opponent devils.
There you go.
Okay, so clearly not a double for money, but certainly at the score you can be more aggressive.
Right, and unless you're playing players at this level, you may get sort of panic passes,
Yeah.
giving you a free point or a semi-free point.
So now, Bernhard has to hit, but it's scary. Stepping up with a 2, I think there is better from the back.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, these guys,
You really don't want to.
Hopscotch Prime isn't so great.
Yeah, you don't want to strip your 8 point, and also having 3 on the ace should set off alarm bells to get those guys moving.
Oh, this is fun.
Okay, so a back game with very poor timing. So let's see how.
Oh, it's a 1-3 front game, is what it is.
Yeah. Yes, it's more of a yeah. Okay, so white obviously would love to make a 5 point here. So black is going to have to run because black can't hold this position.
He could, if he doesn't run, he could bring 2 down. I'm not sure hitting is right.
Yeah,
I think it's 2 down or run.
Yeah, or even splits to the 18 and play the 5 down.
I like that too. I used to do that with the opening roll for a long time, many years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I
sure
like that.
Right here. Oh, we have more fun if he brings 2 down. It's maybe the right play, but it's not as much fun for the kibitzers.
I like it.
Black's trying to, get into a, holding game and anchors and races. He doesn't really want to play back game problems.
So that was a great reply there for black. 5-3, picking up
turnaround.
So
like
here,
1-3 front game.
Yeah, that's right. And here, white is basically never going to redouble at this score. I mean, because white could just reship it and kill the gammons. And so here, I mean,
he's got to come out. Does he not?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. We again, stronger board, play for contact.
This is awkward. I mean, is it? I don't see a good play that doesn't involve hitting. I suppose you could lift the blot with a 3 and advance your back checker. There's the non-hitting play.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tricky one.
There's lots of rehits.
Yeah, I mean, losing a gammon is not fun when you're already ahead by 5 points. So maybe the quiet play is correct, but it's here you leave.
That seems silly. Look, good for him. He's looking at all the choices, both of them, which is good for us too, because we get to see them visually.
Yeah, I think you've always got to slow down, use your clock time, go through the candidate plays. I like the second best move.
This is a nifty play. This is a play the computers, the old computers wouldn't do that. XG at a high level will. The idea. That's 1 year ago. If Paul McGreal had a crowd watching, he would hit with a 2 and then slot his 4 point with a 3. Might be the right play.
I think I like the safe play. Sure, you're trailing in the pips, but this just leaves a lot of return shots against a strong.
I think you're right. I think he's going to settle in on this one, and you had to eventually realize you did not have to hit. By the way, look, the hit and go on to the 4 point would still be. Would have been missed. That would have been fun.
I mean, I like the hit there from white, stronger board. Hitting gives you some timing to get the bad guys moving. Here, I think the hit is clear, hitting on the 3 point. Attack a blot, as they say. Okay, so there you go. That's a benefit because you get those 20 dancing numbers. And now white is in pretty good position. Okay, so 6-4, so making the 18 looks, it's a bit awkward. I think, yes, you've got an enormous choice. Black probably won't want to hit from a stripped point as well. Okay, I don't like that very much because you leave more blots and bury a checker. So, yeah. So this is one to think about, this double four, because there's a lot of options there. I think
Well,
they,
with all the white blots. Well, there it is again. It's a wrong colored bishop, as we'd say in chess. You can't touch any of the blots.
yeah, it's always worth slowing down with doubles because obviously there's a lot more things you can do with the dice. And there we are, and a double 5 is an outstanding roll, but black still is very stuck. This plays pretty awkwardly as well. I don't think I'd be breaking the 6. I think you've just got to play them into the 4 point. You don't really have a great deal of choice. Yeah,
I agree.
and here, I mean, this is interesting. White has 2 and a bar. Obviously, keep going for 2 good here, I think.
And the nifty shifty is the problem with the nifty shifty is you can't really fill in the holes. And if white gets in, he's past you. I think you got to go for the heaps.
Yeah, you also duplicate your own 6s to remake the 6 point and get out. Yeah, I think breaking the board like that, yes, I didn't like that play a great deal. So now, as you said, black's going to have a hard time remaking that point and still has to escape this back checker.
Yeah, what's plan B to come in there? That gives them a builder for the 3 point, but also leaves them subject to 6-1 and 3-1 to get hit over there.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's got to give up on that other blot and just go here. That at least duplicates the 6s.
Yeah. Okay, so 6-2. Yeah. So where's the 2? I guess you just play to the.
Keeps going.
Yeah. I duplicate the 1.
I like this.
Yeah, you strong duplication of 1s there. This. Okay.
I think he's going to come down to playing to the 17 point.
Okay, so jumping out is an absolute must. Get out.
Well, seems like out and hit is a standout, but there is the point on the 3 point.
Yeah,
you can, but I think out. What about out and hit?
I mean, out and hit is nice, and I mean here you have to escape. You're up 30 pips.
Has he seen the hit? Has he got a blind spot here? Oh no, he sees it. Okay, he kept looking at it.
If you say loud enough, you might.
Unlucky.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
so
I'm not sure I like that play, but he did it.
Came up as a blunder. I mean, with the race lead, you've just got to get out with a 6 because now, I mean, black could have big trouble getting that last guy out. I mean, 6s they don't grow on trees, right? So
white rolls a 6, and the game's turned around almost instantly.
Yeah, and as you said, black wants stability. Match lead, cubes turn, so get out. I mean,
yeah, I think he took a bad step when he made the 3 point.
Unlucky.
So now that white has entered, I mean,
I think he just buttons up here. Very, very hard for black to get home.
That's right. I mean, here with the cube given away, white's effectively playing DMP. You've got to play the game to the end with the cube access gone. And now, I mean, black could potentially get gammons here, right? I mean,
yeah, I don't think he does the shifty here because I don't think his builders are close enough.
No, I think you slot the back, the prime,
or just scatter into the outfield and challenge him to roll a 1-6. If he rolls a 1, if he rolls a 1 when you're this far back, you almost want him to roll a 6.
Yeah.
Well, this goes for the prime, but it's a prime you may want to break right away anyway. So
it's an aggressive. Yeah.
I think I'd actually just not actually slot it and flood the outfield. 1-6 here is a disaster. You go from potentially winning a gammon to getting gammon in one roll.
Well, Well, maybe it's worth the payoff. I mean, it's cubes turned, maximize your winning chances, and must have more wins slotting the back at the prime, but you do give that anti-joker.
Not sure I agree. It's a tricky thing. I would go for I wouldn't do this. I think this is just even though you desperately want a gammon, I think you'll get as many gammons the slow way as the fast way.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't like the switch in play there showing up. I mean, see, this is a consequence of not escaping that checker earlier, which
now White's plan is awkward here. His plan is clear. He wants to close the 3-point, but he can't go hitting loose. He's got to bring in ammunition as quickly as possible.
Right. Here you like to make a 9-point. You like to obviously but yeah, it needs to be careful. Black still has a 5-point board.
Yeah, it's he's almost stuck waiting for Black to come in and then separate again. I think the shift was a bad plan.
12 to 9 looks good. You can hit with a 6 and then keep the anchor or the outside point. Okay. Wow, great roll.
Oh, there you go. I mean, life is easy.
Lucky.
Yeah, lucky indeed. Now, what are our gammon chances? Is this I forget all these things. Are you favorite to win a gammon?
2 on the bar, 40% against a closed board with 2 on the bar, I think.
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, so
he can be a little bit piggy.
Here, watching out for a double. Yeah, watching out for a 6, 5. I think it's unnecessary to leave a 6 there. I mean, okay, so now it's slightly awkward with White being odd on the back, but 2 clears that up. So,
well, do you oink? You can take 3 off, or you can just clear from the rear.
Yeah, I mean, you've obviously got to be careful not to leave shots. So.
You're getting to the point that you really almost can't lose because you've got so many checkers. I mean, you can lose, but it's getting harder and harder.
Sure. I mean, this play must have a big increase in gammons, but of course there could be some. Yeah. Okay, so that's nice for White. 6.
That might be enough.
Very lucky.
That might be enough. Yes, you're right. So
one doubles is needed. Gotta be 2s or better. Well,
okay,
he
so
was greedy and still didn't get the gammon.
Yeah, so a kind of good gammon save there. Lucky with a 6, but that's backgammon. So double hitting, blitzing. So this is a sort of game plan that this is a double, might even be a pass.
New game.
Yeah, I don't remember whether that's a normal take or not, but at this score, even if it was close, it's a pass.
Yeah, I mean, that's the sort of game that White wants to be playing. White wants to be blitzing, playing for the gammons. Black wants the anchor, so that's a great roll for Black. With
big shot.
With a hitting there. So, yes, I don't think you can double this even at the score. But 3 down, that's great. Block 6.
Well, he can just pull his back checker out and bring 1 down.
Sure. I mean, the 10 points could be a hindrance with a lead to make that blocking point, but still block 6s. So yeah, I didn't actually like that play. You want to break contact when you're up in the race rather than create contact. So here, Black will stay back.
Do we get to double now? How big is our racing lead? Is it big enough?
I mean, 33 pips, but a lot of contacts. It looks an easy take, and that's for sure.
Yeah, one step closer to home, and the take's not so easy. Yeah, I kind of like it.
Yeah,
he took it quickly.
I think the take. Okay, double was good.
There's a bunch of our pips back. So much for the big lead in the race.
Yeah, but that 6 would have played at least stuck on the anchor. 6-5. Okay, make for 2. Slot for 3. Yeah, or even the ace potentially. Yeah. Okay, I don't like giving up the mids just yet. Yeah.
No, particularly since white has a hard time playing his numbers. He's got to make the 2-point. Nice roll for black. He can hold now. Well, white doesn't want to leave any direct shots, so he makes the ace point and holds all his. The other play is to give up the 7, but I don't think that does him any good.
Well, yeah, black's going to be squeezed off the anchor here anytime soon, or the midpoint. Something's going to go. Okay, not. Okay, maybe
he can keep keep all contact and have made the ace point. I think I probably would have.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, sure, it was a better play to make the ace there. So, okay, 5-1. So,
yeah, that seems natural right there.
So white is creeping in. So here, black really has. Okay,
I think it's right. I think he may not get too many chances to go. How's he going to get out of there in the future? I think it's just going to get worse unless he gets a lucky 9. I'm inclined to go now.
I mean, yeah, white's got the blotting board. Yeah, it was too much. Well, it was right to run.
Oh, yeah, didn't like it. The computer didn't like it at all.
Because yeah, you're running when white's board is weak.
Where's the lucky 9? Actually, it's only a 5-4. The 6-3 is blocked. Now, this can't be right. I think leaving the 5-4. This just gets worse.
Here we really see the value of a contact in the anchor. I mean, they are very strong, these high anchors, in getting your opponent to just bear in awkwardly.
Well, no choice. And now he points on him. Now he needs a 3-4. The 3-4 is required.
Okay, so now, yes, very nice. Good coverage coming out.
Roll late.
Yeah,
roll late in there. Closed them out. Very small gammon chances that, that extra outfield checker helps a little bit.
But that's very good. So it looks like it's going to go to 6 away. So now it gets a bit more interesting. We're moving towards kind of effectively a 5-point match where the cubes and take points start to swing quite a bit.
All right, there go all of our gammons and all of our losses. Now they just play it out.
So there we are.
While they're playing it out, I'll just update.
Okay, so wow, so black is ripping them, but not quite enough.
Oh, it's still legal there for that. Now it's not.
Okay, so 6 away. Obviously, the objective is to get to 4 away, where you could win in a one fell sweep on the turned cube.
There must be an opening series in your Backgammon is Beautiful. It shows why the 5-2 should be played that way.
Yeah, I mean, I've done some videos on opening theory, and there's an excellent section in Francois Tardew's new book as well. I don't know if you've read that one, Kent, but it's
I have not, although I remember Francois from a million years ago.
Yeah, I met him in Monte Carlo, and yeah, got one there. Are you going to Monte Carlo this year?
No, I have not for a long time. I will be at the UK Open. That's my Monte Carlo.
UK Open. I think you and I played once actually there, the UK Open. Well, maybe several years ago. Yeah. Okay, so what's happening? Okay, so white.
Doubles.
Okay, I like the double. Marky losers here. So making the 5 looks clear.
That's an annoying roll. This 5-2.
So here, I mean, cubing is really good here because you can either go to 4 away or 2 away. Both the scores are really efficient in terms of, the cube and winning the match. And black really needed to hit back there against that formation. And now,
Unlucky.
Wow.
wow. So,
Wow.
well,
Well, this is a
well,
cruising to a gammon.
yeah, I mean, and here you
Whoa.
hit absolute super sequence there. Double two is pretty strong. Now I think you block, you bring them down
Block
to
the
11. Hmm.
You're like 6'4", or double fours.
You just
This
called
is-
it
this
there.
is,
Wow, what a back and forth. That was quite a parlay.
from a near certain gammon to not quite anybody's game. This is
Not for the faint-hearted, backgammon. Yeah. Do you hit with a 6-2?
probably not.
Yeah, it looks a bit too big.
Well, he's looked at all the plays. Each one has pluses and minuses.
Hmm.
I don't think you can afford to disengage here with the 2, but he's thinking about it.
Yeah, I see. It's
I mean, is Black's board going to get better or worse? I mean, who's holding whom here?
It's a good way to think about it. I mean, by breaking, you do get a duplication on the 4s that hit back and cover, and I mean, you really need to. Okay, so covering the 2 points, and then where's the other 2s?
You make the 9.
I think for 9, it works well with a 3 point and the 5 point opens. So 5, I mean.
So if he plays, well, he has a 1. He can, but I don't think he wants to bare his breast.
Yeah, I think you've got to go. Oh,
Well,
maybe
here we
not.
go. I wouldn't have done it, but brilliant play. Of the 30 numbers or whatever it hits, 4-3 isn't one of them. Maybe it was just 27 numbers, 28 numbers.
Okay, keeping the blocking structure there. Nice. 6-2, bit awkward.
He gets another crack at it, and he can't duplicate anything. It's very hard to miss this one.
I think
He's going to either be double 4s or double 5s, depending on which player. Well, I guess he comes in. No, he's got to come in.
Yeah,
double 3s hits anyway. Well,
okay. So I think you hit and lift, or
with a 2 and lift might be, or make that play. With White's board a bit of a mess. And I think if I was going to hit and lift, I'd do it the other way.
I think the bar's a good point. If White enters low on the ace,
I agree.
Mm-hmm. Okay, interesting.
Just one blot, and it's far fewer shots.
So sure, the recube is slightly lower than money at this score as well.
Look at all the possibilities here. The idea of playing with just one blot is maybe a good one.
Yes, I mean, even though White has a blot, it's still
Unlucky.
double 4 makes a 5, and wow. So
he had 1 to go. He played it quickly. Whoa! That's about as good a number as you can hope for.
9-5 looks right.
I guess so. I don't see plan B. Now, any old 6 now. Whoa, that's perfect.
Huge roll there. Huge. That could have been getting very close to getting redoubled. Okay, so now White is cruising.
Yeah, he's pulled a rabbit out of a hat here.
And Black, I mean, can't really run because needs to keep 1 back. I don't like that, bringing them both out.
Maybe just leave 1 back to defend. I don't think you're really getting gammoned here.
Yeah, I think that's right. You make the board, and
I think you leave 1 back to defend and try to get lucky that way.
That's right. I mean, White could roll it 2-1.
Even that's not going to, with 4 checkers already on the ace point. This is just a resignation. I don't. And look, there was your shot right away. Would have had a shot.
Yeah, I think you always stay back. I mean, gammons are low. So, okay, so now we're going to get to 4 away, 6 away. Interesting score.
Just while they're bearing off, a quick update on the results. Tim Cross, Chris Bray and Peter Bennett have all won for the UK. Jonas Rieler has beaten Pete Heskett 11-0. So we are now 52-40 and running some XG analysis on those matches.
Mhm.
New game.
Okay, so here Black would love to double a blitz position and win the match on a gammon. Um,
But White's got the 7, right?
that's right. Yeah, four away, 6 away. Mhm.
Or do you make the wimpy anchor or hit a second checker?
Mm.
Particularly since you're trailing, it seems like it's pretty easy to hit the second checker.
I think you hit right. Yeah, I mean, you don't really need the anchor. 7 in the zone doesn't add much value. You attack, stop White making the high anchor. Yeah,
No,
I think
you got all your positions. Like you played your 3-2 in order to attack. I think this was a silly play. The computer didn't like it at all.
yeah, it doesn't follow the sort of game plan really there. With those 2 checkers down from the midpoint, you have a kind of attacking structure. And you want to
Needs his 11 point here.
So he has 6. I mean, okay, the double is
Thanks.
okay, so nice. Good double.
Yeah,
Duplicate.
I guess you had to double.
Obviously here as well, the benefit of the double is White can never redouble back, really, because the match is then on the line. So you take the power of the cube away from the opponent, and really, unless it's an end game position, we're not going to see a redouble.
No, cube's not going anywhere.
So you can, that translates into maybe a more aggressive early double. Okay, so White's on the ropes here a little bit. Okay, good.
You should have time, but I think it's right to do the attacking thing. Oh, the computer didn't like it.
No direct covers. Okay, 6-3 just jumps. Who's don't come out either. So 4 swing around for 11 point.
He's right. Tiptoeing through the tulips, and there's a delightful anchor.
So the anchor is an absolute priority. Yeah, good. So that saved a ton of gammons anchoring up there.
Now, everybody has too many points.
Yeah, PMP. Lots of stripped points there. It's an interesting concept, that one, the old stripped point. Okay, 5-4. I
don't think I'd do that one. I think that's too dangerous.
I think yeah.
That's the most natural play, to leave no shots, but you're 5,641 pips behind in the race.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I like that play. You like to block the 6s. You don't want to give up the 11 point there.
Right. No, I think keeping the 11 point was key.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and you can see there the benefits now of slotting that 9. So now Black's trapped behind the 4 prime, and that's what you really want. You want, if you're behind in the race, you want to prime and try to get Black to crunch. Okay, so great.
He gets out first chance. Lucky is right. Lucky ducky.
Okay, wow, great number.
Wow.
5-3, and double 3 is good. Maybe enough to save the gammon. Yeah, obviously Black still
win the game. This is
yeah.
It was our first 10 shot. He's going to make the 10 here. He doesn't have good, safe ways to play. I mean, his only safest way to play it is to play 11-8 and 2-1. But I think he's still got to get home from there. I think he should look at making the 10 point. I'm not sure.
I don't like breaking the board, even 11-8.
That'll make that leaves him 1-6-4, and otherwise a lot easier. There'll still maybe a 7 shot coming up.
Okay, so 5-2. Yeah, so you could have even cleared the 10 point there, but this looks fun.
Yeah, he should actually have looked at clearing the 10 point.
Okay,
no
well,
worries. No worries. No.
Nuva 6-5 was coming afterwards, so,
He should just keep his prime over there. I don't think there's any rush to get that checker home. It's somewhat insignificant.
okay, so 1 off, yeah, and then that's it. Okay,
Well, can you gammon him? And can you snatch enough checkers off that you don't mind being hit? I think you can't really snatch enough so you don't mind being hit.
I think
So
I think I just played.
checker off.
I think I played to the ace there. Yeah, get off
50
some.
years ago, Kit Woolsey started the clear from the rear and don't ask any questions. Now we ask lots of questions, but still
Yeah.
generally clear from the rear.
So now, yes, it's right to rip. So that's good. Oh well, maybe
I
not.
don't know. Hey, maybe just you get 2 off anyway. So what's the big deal? Oops.
Here you give yourself a really bad 6-3.
Well, how about double threes? How you gonna play this? Show me the safe play.
Yeah, interesting one.
So I haven't found the safe play yet. I don't think it's late.
Yeah, I think that's it. 5-2. Yeah.
Now this is the game swings here on a 5, and it may the shot may repeat.
Yeah, that's right. Big numbers. Okay, big dance there. And
Well,
now
we get back to being greedy again.
I kind of think you just clear now, right? I mean, the gammons are pretty high anyway. Yeah.
Does that get enough gammons anyway? I think you sort of lock up the gammons with the piggy play. Well, this is total safety. That may let him off I'll bet that's wrong. Somewhere in between that play and total pigging. Well, didn't like it, so must be total pigging was right.
Okay, so 6-2. So 1, 2, 2, 4, 5.
Okay, it's still there. You go.
Very lucky.
That 3s are better.
Okay, right. So now we're at this special score, 4-way, 2-away. So we're going to see some extremely aggressive doubles from White. High gammon value of 1.
Yeah, I will repeat for the infinite time, if there is such a word, Paul McGrill's advice to when you're facing, 4-away, 2-away, the person with 4-away should double on the opening roll. It should usually double on the opening roll, was McGrill's advice, unless that person thinks they know better, in which case they should always double on the opening roll because they don't know better.
It's an interesting way to look at it. Certainly after making the 3-1, it shows up as a double on XG.
Yeah, any hint of a gammon or an advantage which can lead to a gammon means double.
Yeah, I mean, and here, I mean, a lot of them would even be passes because you get to what Mitchell calls a stupid score of 3-away.
This might be a double, by the way, when it comes around.
Okay, so 5-1. How do you play 5-1?
See, the problem is to try to avoid a gammon or to anchor up almost induces the double. And if you stack up on the 23 point, that's safe, but it also makes sometimes just hit them and put them on the bar, and that's worth it. Certainly worth looking at.
It's certainly more of a gammon go play, but maybe just too big against the stronger boards. So sure. So now White can't double, not the favourite here.
Not
sure 3 back.
Come in deep and play the 4 down.
Gives a good 6 to cover. Yeah. Coming
It's a
in
more
on a
natural looking
21 though,
threat.
it does duplicate the twos. I mean, obviously we can oversee duplication in positions, and
He's just trying to develop his checkers here. This may just be, this allows, that sprint to the 20 point with the block back on his 3 point is a little awkward. Here there's some duplication stuff, but he doesn't really want the 23 point either.
yeah.
I think he should come in deep and just develop a checker like that. I think that's the right play.
Yeah, looks good. So hitting, stepping up.
Maybe keep going.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, black is up by 50 pips, just wants to run. I mean, black could, win this on a undoubled gammon, I mean, with 4 back for white. Well, now 5 back.
Well, I think that's, I think he should be making the 21 point. This is not a back game. Get the second anchor, but further advanced. Well, maybe we'll get lucky and he'll fall into a back game, but I don't see it. I think he should have been coming forward.
Yeah, I think now you come to a 20 or yeah, the 21.
White's position, forget the race. White's developing his position reasonably well.
Definitely better timing here, 70 pips down. I mean, not great and not really the sort of game you want to be playing, a 4-way, 2-way, but
this is still a front game, so to speak. He wants to build his high board points in order and then hits this probably just makes a 9. I don't know that
9 points looks very good. Off the bar also.
The bar's not bad either, actually.
Yeah, I like that as well.
I'm leaning toward the bar. That seems.
You also don't care really being hit here with a 3. It's fine. Damages White's timing.
Yeah, the problem with this play is White may end up making the bar. I think this is the right play. Computer didn't like it.
Probably close. 4-1. So option here to switch to the 20, but looks wrong. Maybe staying back.
No, I think holding all 3 is a good idea. Decide what to do later.
So, okay, making a blocking structure. That looks good. I think the 9 here looks clear.
Yeah, it is 2 blots.
I think here though it's really about timing and recirculation. So. And here, I mean, White probably doesn't want to hit.
I would just make the 5 point.
I mean, you've got to be really mindful in these sort of formative back games, whether to hit or not. I know there's an excellent chapter in Masterclass on Backgammon, but
I'm still playing a front game.
Okay, so the 5 point was right, probably by a large margin. Okay, so black really needs to be careful here because this could be like I mentioned, an undoubled gammon here to win the match.
Well, the trick now is if the timing's a little awkward, but black's already started to, get stripped down. This could be one of, that's way too big.
Yeah, that's not great roll there, but still keeps a 4 point board.
Black to roll and then just make the ace point and hold everything.
I think you just slot the ace. So I think you just
White's going to leave with 1 checker, so you want to be able to attack it, which means having those spares on the 6 and 8 is not necessarily a bad thing.
So White's got to run out of time in there.
Look at our nice spares.
Absolutely superb roll. Off with a
Here's
6.
Our game. Now here comes the shot, and then the cube.
Yeah, that would be an interesting.
Don't forget the double.
Yeah, interesting.
Let's see what it looks like. It's conceivable it's too good. My guess is this is going to be a pass. This is like a quadruple shot. The only question is, might it be too good? As long as black still has a 4-point board, it's hard to imagine it's too good. I think, and it's what do we got here? A triple shot?
Is it an interesting?
Must double.
Yeah, so this looks very strong, and
now panic and pass. It might be right.
yeah, you give black a very tough decision here for sure. Very hard.
And this can go from bad to worse. Even if you get hit by one and come back in, your board is almost fried, so you don't have much to play with.
It's a great cue, but the match score, this is kind of classic Wolsey's law, really. Is it a take? Is it a pass? Yeah.
Well, the match score makes it a monster double.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But this is
what could you take it for money or at an early match score? And the question there is, you got to have some experience with the life after death. The game's going to go on for a while unless there's a miracle sequence, particularly with the white block back on the 24 point. That's a big liability. And black still has a 4-point board, which is scary.
It's a tough one. Yeah, you could very easily get gammoned here as black. You get hit, you dance, then you suddenly got 2 checkers back.
And you're big. Okay, computer didn't like it. Computer wanted to take, apparently. Now that's one I'd like to see rolled out, though. I do not trust the preliminary judgment. It doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, this is into the 4-way, 3-way. So this is a score where the take point's lower for the leader, because he can get to Crawford, which is obviously very efficient. So interesting score, huge recube take point, a 4-way, 3-way as well, 40%. I think when the match reduces to 3-way, 4-way, and so on, having match play strategy is a very big benefit if you play a lot of tournament games.
This is an interesting 4-1. He should go back and look at the whole thing. He may be making the right. There is a double hit here, which should not be discarded. It might be wrong, but at least he's looking at it, and good for him.
Certainly, yeah. Weighing up the options, I think you make the 5.
Yeah, and if you make the 5, I think the 4 is that one.
6 is the duped. Yeah, looks good. Yeah,
that's my play right there. This certainly looks prettiest. And now you just make your 5-point. Say, I got mine too. Who's zooming who? Whoever's on roll.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't think he's got a double.
I wouldn't double that. No.
Look at this. He can't play. He can't. He'd like to play 2 of them and then owe him the rest.
Hang on. It's worth slowing down. I don't know. Give it for 5 points.
No, if you're going to leave it, if you're going to do a shifty, maybe a shifty to the 2-point. Yeah, that didn't work. That didn't work. The computer didn't give it a funny color, so.
Didn't give it a ding, yeah. So 2-1.
Well, this is horrible.
Yeah, got to go from the 18. Not much choice. Do you hit there? Play that very fast. I don't think I would have hit. Probably giving up your mid and leaving a lot of returns.
Yeah, computer didn't like it.
So making the bar here is pretty strong. And then 8 to 5.
You can also make a 3-point. You can do all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah.
We can play 3s for a long, long time and not run out of them. You're going to have to. This is making the 3 points maybe higher. And this may be high up also. You want to do everything. You need 3 or 4 more extra 3s.
Yeah, that's good as well.
This play makes black's future plays a little more flexible. You're not,
That's right.
not so much thinking about blocking him in by making the bar, but by blocking him. Oh, there, like I said, now I think he makes the 7 and the 17. He might just come all the way out to the 14. That might actually, I take it back. I think he should run all the way out to the 14.
So this is no, I think you have to make the 4 point here. It's
Well,
just
what's the race, and can you not just double anything except for double sixes? They're both very, very strong. They're both very
okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
job.
yeah. The race, I think. I think because even though you're 2 away, you can still double some sequences. Yeah. Wow.
Oh, well, that makes it easy.
And this is going to be a pass. No.
Well, do you double or do you play for gammon?
Oh, yeah.
Gammon wins the match.
That's it. Yeah, stop that. Yeah. Absolutely.
And there's still plenty of gammon here. I don't know if you decide not to play for the problem with playing for the gammon is unless White rolls of boxes or something to get all his checkers home, each step you take closer makes it harder not to keep going.
Yeah, I think it's clearly too good. Unless Black, gets into a very awkward bear off structure. But here, Gammon's obviously huge in the position. Okay, well, that helps. Keep rolling.
Now, big in a 2, big in a 3 is safe. He's forced out. He'd probably rather not have gone. All right, we roll a 2. We can collect all 3 of them.
Wow.
Well, he's going to need to hit an ace here. I don't think he can run off of this.
Yeah, interesting. Don't think so. Do you stay back there? 1, 2. Double 6, double 5, 1,
What
2.
was that? Can he save? Well, bring it in, and then double 6s gets off. But he's going to need an ace.
Lucky.
All right, any old ace will do.
An ace is pretty crucial. Yeah, if not, that's it. Take one. Okay, so there we have it. That is
Wow.
Okay.
Very unlucky.
Good match. 11-8. Andrew Fotiadis
Colombia.
takes the win. Okay, well played both.
All right, what's next?
I think next we are commentating on Dirk Sheman and Sebastian Wilkinson. I don't know, never heard of them.
Well, we can pop into one of the games that's still in progress if you like for a little bit of time. There's a couple still in play. I won't give you Sebastian's. We're seeing him later, but drop into, how about Julian Fetterlein and Marcus Klein?
All right, so what do? I exit this match.
Exit that one and go for Jules F and Marcus 031972.
Jules F. Observe.
Are they in the?
Let's continue.
Okay.
They're in the main.
Oh, look, we're at our favorite match score.
Oh, another 4. Well, gosh, we're going to be experts on this.
And no one has doubled, so they violated McGreal's law. All right.
Wow, White has a kind of avalanche structure there.
I'll call you back later.
What's the website?
Lucky.
I'm not sure where to go to Google UK versus Germany 2024 and see if you can, there'll be a YouTube channel. See if you can find it. Bye.
Okay, so
Lucky.
Marcus Klein, Jules Fetterlein, So 2-way, 4-way. I mean, White hoping to creep to a double, but just too much contact in the position.
Well, basically, White, good rule is unless it's a race with a monstrous lead, White never doubles because you're either not good enough or too good. You need something fairly simple with a large advantage. Any hint of a gammon, you just, as the last game showed us, you just play on and win the match with a gammon. If there's any danger of losing and win the match, your opponent may well take it and redouble and play for the match. So you need to drive him down to a pretty small number before you can give up the cube and not have gammon chances. Down to a pretty small number before you give up the cube. Well, this may do it.
Yeah, so I think
now there's no gammon here, and you're going to win a huge percentage of games.
Yeah,
this is in the look at the.
This looks like a double and a take.
This may be double pass. This may be a rare double pass at the score. Probably so, since the computer didn't like the way he played double sixes. It probably means there was a play which gave him a take. I'm not sure he can take this.
So he needs 18.5%. Does he have that? Is the question. In the position.
Well, the
New game.
Yeah. Nope. Okay, so Crawford.
Hey, I saw this in Backgammon is Beautiful.
Yeah, I did one on the post Crawford trick is always a good one.
No, I was looking at the 3-2 opening roll where you don't double hit, instead you hit and bring the builder.
Oh yeah.
Way back in Backgammon is Beautiful issue,
It's one of my older videos, that one. I'm not sure which goes back a couple. Yeah, that's right.
We have a 6 left to play here.
Yeah, do you come from a 24 point to Crawford? I mean, keep the connectivity between the checkers.
I'm not sure I like the looks of the play that was just made, but
yeah.
Well, this is tough the other way. You can just go ahead and make your 4 point. You can, if you do this, you sort of don't want to play the 2. I mean, you're kind of forced to do that, but that comes right up into getting hit with all the odd numbers. And that's well, there's a hit or an 18 point. Who needs 4?
Yeah, I think. I think I make the 18 point.
Did we slip to Crawford here? Oh yeah, CR. That must be old Crawford.
Okay, good play there by Jules Fetline, but he is a GM, so it's a lot of experience, obviously. Overboard. Okay, double 3.
It was hard in the very old days to stop the experts from making this play. The computer now often takes the 3 point and more flexibility to build the 5 point later. And it would not surprise me if this is a case in point.
Double 1. Nice. Makes a 5.
I guess you pick up the blot and split.
I think so.
Do a little bit of everything.
Yeah. 6-1.
I guess you kind of have to do that, but I'd rather make my 5 point.
Yeah, it doesn't quite.
No, this will work just fine. Thank you.
So double 5. I think you. Yep.
Now can I have my 5 point? I'll take the 4.
You can have a 4 point. That's almost as good, but not
Yeah,
quite.
not ridiculous. Not about to say, not ridiculous to look at the flexible. Let's not make them in order, but somehow this just seems too good.
Mm. Wow.
Oops.
Great roll from Black there. Probably Black's best roll. And does White run off the anchor? Is that just crazy?
Yeah. Well, not let him get messed up a little bit first. White kind of wants to try to pick off Black as one of them leaves from the 20 point, which Black's going to have to do fairly quickly.
So 5-3. So White could keep the structure and just.
You can also keep it by breaking the 7 point. He'll look at that. I didn't even look at it.
Yeah, I was considering that. Yeah, 6-2. So.
Oh, it got a little bit of the 5-3. Got a little bit of a warning. So maybe it was right to break the 7.
I mean, these plays are certainly quite difficult. When to leave the anchor, when not to leave the anchor. Even for very strong players, they are tough decisions.
Very, very tricky.
Mm.
This seems all but forced, and now here we are.
So 6 has got to go now. Yeah.
Well, he could still hang on and break the 8, but I don't think that's right. I think he's supposed to do this.
Stay back.
Now we need an 11 or an ace and a 3, along with a 4 and a 6 for some serious action.
So White's got to hit and then probably come in with the other one just to avoid extra shots. Okay. Oof. So White
running out of time here. Time for 4.
Desperate for 4 or 6. Double 1, not quite enough ones, sadly.
Now he's got to make the point and then leave him a 6 shot.
Yeah.
I don't know. He can play safe, but that's of dubious value.
Yeah.
So the question is, leave no. It just seems it's going to take too long to bring your back checkers home. I think you need the 5 point board. I think you're just sort of forced to do this. Now a 4 or a 6. There we go. Now he can lift his block. Right or wrong. It needs more 4s and 6s.
Okay. Still calm.
Duplicate the 4s and stand pat. Probably play 5 to 4. Or maybe you play 14 to 13. It's only 6-4, but 6-4 would hit anyway. All right, get in. You got to lift it now. Get in. No. Another 4 or a 6. Okay, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking easy. One last chance for a 6-3.
Yep.
Just missed. Yeah, you can hope for a 2-1.
Hope for 2-1. Yep. Play to win. Okay, so Black needs some big numbers here.
Show off and waste the tip. That's a torture your opponent thinking about this play. There's a weird thing I sometimes do, which would have applied 2 rolls ago. When you're in desperation mode, you sort of need a bunch of double 6s to win. Make sure your double 6s don't go to your ace point. Set your checkers so that your double 6s are coming in high and taking checkers off. There was a little teeny example of that a few rolls back. It's sort of inconsequential, but it's a nice thing to put in your head when that day comes when you win your 1 in a million shot and you can say you thought about it.
Yeah, Grant Hoffman did a video on Gammon saving plays on my channel, where he goes into some of those, how how to get the most efficient crossovers. Okay, so well done, Marcus Klein. Unlucky, Jules.
All right, who do we get next?
We have a winner. Marcus
I think we are very,
031972.
very close to the end of the round. In fact, I can see one game, and that's Sea Hill again and Comeback, who are Charles Hill and Rainier Burkle. That's 9-all, so I will pop that one up on the screen.
Continue.
Julia, when does the Dirk begin? When is that one?
That will begin at 7:30 our time, so in just about an hour.
Oh, okay.
So this is the last match on the course. Very, very tight
Okay,
on
let's
PRs in some places. I will hand over.
All right, so we doubled on the opening roll, which is you can get into how
Lucky.
many angels fit on a head of a pin arguments about that, but
Lucky.
I always go with the double on the opening roll at 2 away, 2 away. And now who's doing what to whom? Looks like Black
Okay.
has made a comeback.
So yeah, White has one on a bar.
You can go ahead and do the 2 point. I'm not sure why you wouldn't.
And that
He
escape
just wants to get
looks,
home, but still, home by force is the easiest way to do it.
I think you get out with the race lead. I mean, what are you worried about? I mean, DMP is a race. Well, backgammon is a race, but it's certainly more valuable at DMP.
All right,
Backgammon,
we need a 5 here. That's one of them.
right.
That's one of them now. Good to get in.
Lucky.
That's it. That's in and hit. Need another
Lucky.
5. That's not one of them. That's a hit.
And that's a hit. So
Now double 5s.
double 5 is obviously massive. So hit, pick and pass. Yeah, pass. Yeah. So
Get off double 5s.
probably get off double 5. You don't want to leave any jokers. Seen it happen. This
All right,
gives
now we
about
got
6-5.
to make a shot. Is that it?
Yeah, I think you do clear the 6 point. Yeah, nice play.
Oh, tricky play. He was awake.
I like that. Yeah, you don't need gammons. Just White's got a ton of freight in the outfield to move around. So just
So who's got the tally for the overall score? Looks like we've been watching some German comeback.
yeah. I think
So
we need to.
So we are seven wins to the UK, 4 wins to Germany, and this will make it 5 for the Matt. So that's 5 there. The PRs are being processed. I think the UK have the majority of them, but there's some exceptionally tight ones. One of them was down to just a couple of hundredths of a point. So we are
Oh, wow.
we're going to take it to XG's higher levels.
Amazing level of play. Yeah.
So there's been some awesome PRs. There's at least 2 that are sub 2.
Wow.
A whole lot that are in the 2s and 3s. So yeah,
Like this one.
fantastic play on both sides.
That's
So in the
super.
break, we will be busy crunching the numbers and hopefully have all the PRs ready for 7:30. A quick like and subscribe to everyone, please, so you get notified about things coming up on the channel. Thank you ever so much, Dan and Kent, and we will see you back here in about an hour's time for the final round and Seb Wilkinson against Dirk Sheman, and I hope that's a good match as well.
Oh, I'm really
Super.
looking forward to that. That'll be very, very
That'd
exciting.
be- Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Julia and Kent. I'll see you in an hour.
Yeah, see you
we will
then.
do.
Bye-bye.
See you soon.
Bye.
Right, good evening, everyone. We're back for round 5 of the UK versus Germany match. Tonight, we're going to show you Seb Wilkinson and Dirk Sheman, which promises to be a really good match. If I get the board up, I'm joined by Kent Goulding and hopefully very soon by Dan Rovira. Unfortunately, the players have already started, so we are in the opening game already. But I will hand over to Kent now.
I played him more than once. He's a delightful young man.
Unlucky.
Only now he's an old geezer and came back and has been, his brain has been taken over by the bots, and he plays at an extraordinarily high level. Meanwhile, Sebastian Wilkinson is was too young to be playing back when I was playing back then, and is now playing at a level I could only dream of reaching. So I'm looking forward to a spectacular match here, even though we've missed the better part of the first game.
Very unlucky.
Which, according to the bot, someone has been very unlucky. Is there anything actually happening here? Looks like there is. This is not over yet. 2, 4,
Hi,
6.
Kent.
Oh, hi, you're back with us. They got a running start on us trying to dodge our brilliance and play
Great.
without us.
So Dan Rovira here from Backgammon is Beautiful. Fantastic match here. Grandmaster, Super Grandmaster.
New game.
Very exciting. I know they played an exhibition match recently at Lutraki of a 7-pointer. I think Dirk won that one, but here they are, an 11-pointer, so it should be really exciting.
It looks like Sebastian won 2 points on the first game, and now we're all off and running with things having neatly solidified. Holding game on one side, and one checker, quasi trapped back on the other side.
Sure. So they're 6-5. Seb would have liked to have run, but of course he's primed in there. 6-2.
This is the most flexible looking two. I don't think you want to give up the midpoint. Back in the old days, if I was feeling chicken, I would actually bring the 6 down and break the 8. But I suspect it's right to slot something. Probably that.
Mm-hmm.
And appears to have dodged any hit. Now the question is, way back when, if we ended up with a single checker on our ace point, we would never cover it. It was deemed as putting a checker out of play, and it could never be recirculated, and it was just a horrible thing. The bots have thought that is generally wrong. And nowadays, if a good player ends up with a loose blot on his ace point, they tend to cover it quickly.
Yeah, that seems to be the correct play. And also, staying back puts a pressure on the blot on white's 4-point. Okay, so small mistake there, making the 4-point with a 4-3 there, maybe slightly front loading that checker. So very exciting matchup. 2 extremely strong players.
I sort of like that play, but it looks like the computer doesn't. That doesn't mean it's wrong.
So 6-5. So there, Seb had to give up the mid. Not really much else to do. 2-1 comes forward, just leaves a 4-5 to hit. 5-1, of course, keeping a blocking point there. 5-1 is excellent, makes a prime.
So when can if Dirk doesn't do anything good,
now it's a double.
Like a positional double. I mean,
Your opponent doubles. New game.
That's the end of that.
So that's interesting that double 5 was actually wrong, maybe clearing the contact, which led to a pass. So maybe there was
Play which allowed him to take.
yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, they're not wasting any time to get several moves into the next game. And
I like
see who
this.
can move lots.
Slotting play to duplicate the 4s. Maybe a slight overplay in the position, but certainly 4s are good for black anyhow. Probably better just to come in and reinforce the 8, but not sure on this one.
This is the wide open play.
Okay, so of course, hoping to make the rack. Dirk enters and hits, steps up, duplicating the 3s. Obviously, with the lead, looking to escape. Double 6 is a pretty bad dance, and reinforces the 8, makes a rack position. And now
what do we think about doubling here?
Well, despite black having 3 back, I mean, better board, threats to attack. Maybe not quite enough yet, but white doesn't really have much going on.
I mean, I like the idea of this. I'm not sure I wouldn't actually do it the other way and pop out with a 6 and down with a 3.
Sure, it looks like a kind of you want to make the 5 prime, but you're...
Yeah, the computer didn't like it. I think he had the right idea. I just think the setup was slightly wrong. And he should have actually come off the midpoint with a 3 instead of the 6 and played the 6 on the other side of the board to the 18 point. But that's gone. Now he's got to worry about is there possibly a cube here? It doesn't, I don't quite see it.
Yeah, so Sheman obviously wrote a fantastic book on cubing, theory of backgammon. So he knows his stuff inside out.
Now we can double.
I think this is a double and looks like a take 2-point board. Oh, or maybe not. Okay.
Well, they're not thinking very long about it.
I'm going to trust their judgment over mine, but
young and restless. Although Dirk's not as young as he used to be.
I know Dirk's got a new book coming out as well. To hit or not to hit. That's I think available to pre-order already. So 3 ones are duplicated there, but got a hit. Some people may have forgone that, but jumping out again, usually right to escape the back checker instead of just
break the anchor now. I don't know about that.
I mean, because you have the high anchor, the mid does lose some value in the position, but here black just really trying to get this last checker out, but not having much luck doing so. I just did a video on escaping the lone checker on my channel. Usually always right to get that last guy moving, particularly if white's trying to prime you, as you can see. So double 3 doesn't hit, but steps up to make the 18, which is really good to hold the midpoint. 6 is placed slightly more awkwardly now, having to...
Well, should he go ahead and slot his 5-point or pull the third one out? It's going to sort of wants to do both. I might slot the 5-point myself, get it over with.
So now I think you slot the 5 with this, bringing the 16 to a 5.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. You really want to have that point. Gives you another landing point for clearing the mid. Having 5 checkers on the mid, bit awkward because you can't clear it with big doubles. And that's what you're kind of hoping for, to get a 15 pip lead, and then you can offer a double. But still,
he could play the 4 off the 18 point there. I'm not sure that he didn't mess up slightly there.
Okay, so even though, yeah, so no duplication of 2s there, so just not wanting to leave that on the 5 point. Tricky one.
To build the 2-point. That's the only other play, isn't it?
Sure, you can't hit and leave 2 blots. So I think it's, yeah. Okay, so it was a mistake. Probably liked safetying that. I mean, with a 25 pip lead, you really don't want to get hit and get sent back. So safety seems to be key. And white's, of course, going to stay back there. So now black can make the 5 or the 4 point. Yeah, which is probably better.
You want the 5 point, but you're left with slightly more flexible distribution if you make the 4 point. So that's what the distribution won out. More flexible distribution.
Yeah, you keep a spare on the 8, which is nice. And now black really wants to bring them in. So
yeah, that was 6. What's that do to our race? That makes it close.
Very close, 5 pips, and obviously white happy to go at that point. So even though this looks slightly awkward, black really just wants to clear this midpoint as safe as possible. So maybe 4 down here.
Yeah, you're going to be slightly ahead in the race, but I'm not sure that's not your best plan. Not much of a racing. The computer gave it a yellow warning, so maybe we should have kept the contact.
Yeah, the race, I think, as you said, slightly too close to give up contact. Yeah. And because white is stripped on the 18, there could be some shot lever. So black wants to make the board, strengthen the home board. Hope white is forced off with a 6-1, 6-3.
I think that's the right 2 here. And now it's a critical roll for white. Anything like this it's 6 pips, but some of those pips are now wasted. And I don't think he can leave the shot there. So here again, contact or break contact.
I think you clear the 8 points, maybe. Yeah.
Well, that would be keeping the contact. This is easier to get home. Yeah, the pip count's better than it looks. You've got a little bit of a mess with your stacks on even points, but even stacks unstack easily with odd numbers, whereas odd stacks don't get any better with even numbers. So the fact that the stacks are on the 6, 4, and 2 isn't as bad as if they were like on the 1, 3, and 5.
Sure. I mean, clearing the 8 is a little awkward because you don't really. I mean, you want to fill the 8 in the 3 point there. So white is going obviously now with 5.
This allows more hits, but the hits aren't necessarily deadly, and it may get more shots the other way.
Yeah, so 3 good numbers: 6-1, 6-2, 6-3 here. I think you stay back and for the 6 shots. I mean, obviously,
I'm inclined to think so too.
I mean, sure, there's ace duplication, but that's double 3. So hit, lift, and then figure out what you're going to do with the other one. I mean, wow, a little bit awkward because the last 3 doesn't play so well. 7 to 4, it has to be.
He could just hit with. Well, this leaves all 7s? None of them are blocked.
Yeah, and it's a pass, isn't it? I mean, anyway, after this. Okay, so that was.
He could have left fewer shots. It didn't.
Yeah.
New game.
They're playing too fast for my liking.
I mean, sure, trying to. I mean, obviously they're at that level where a lot of players are just instinctive, but as commentators, you've got to be on your toes to see.
Well, right. When you're this good, you've got strong opinions, but it looks like you can see they don't always get them right. A few extra seconds might help, and that allows us to talk more.
Yeah. Okay, double 1 is a switch to a 4 point. Nice. Splitting, and now we could see a double potentially.
That's enough to hold it off.
6-5 is very awkward. I think you've got to hit. Yep.
Yeah, if you came down with a 5, you have no good 6 left, so you sort of have to do that.
Making a 23 point. You would have liked to have made the 5.
It's a lot of nothing.
You don't quite have enough 4s to make for 5. So black can play out, duplicate the 4s for white to step up and hit. Double 5 is good. What do you do here?
Well, make the mid, and I mean the 18. He could not hit him, but he could also point on the 2.
2 and 8 don't work so well together.
Now, what's plan B? Plan B is either to come off the midpoint or to make the ace point and not hit him at all and keep the bar. I think the first 2 are pretty much mandatory. I think he has to come out to the 18.
With all the blots in the outfield, you like to hit, knock him off balance.
Agreed. He should batten down as many hatches as he can batten.
Okay, double tiger.
Yeah, or he certainly that ace. And then the question is which 4? It might be double tiger, might be right.
Yeah, you don't like to hit against a stronger home board, but there's not much else. I mean, you can hit in the outfield, of course. Yeah, that's probably a better hit, is it?
Well, maybe. The trick there is it allows it allows Dirk or Sebastian an easier anchor.
Here, like 5s and 4s are duplicated all over the place. Obviously, you've got good cue back.
In for a penny, in for a pounding.
Okay, so blitz is off now that the anchor's been made.
Look at this, he can put it all back together again.
Lucky.
I kind of slightly overextended position for White, though, with these strip
Right. He
points.
needs to get off the 24 point quickly, and he didn't even think about it. That's got to be the right play. Certainly the right idea.
Yeah, so Seb, very clean match game, this one. Same Dirk, one small mistake with a 5-3 at the beginning. But yes, I mean, you expect these guys to be playing a sub 2 PR, really.
Yeah, he hasn't looked at a peculiar looking play, which is to run all the way out. He's not going to look at it. It's not. Oops. He's looked at a couple of plays, but not the wild and crazy play.
That's a nice play, 18 to 9. Okay, hitting, yeah, tempo hit there. So Don's making the ace.
Well, now you're forced to play. It's the only 4. Get in.
Yeah.
Get in. You can take control of the game easily. Stay out.
Okay, so black on roll, considering whether to double or not. 4-point board, maybe not enough just yet. Okay, who's a little bit awkward.
They can't do anything. He's sort of got to just pile him up there, I think. I don't think he wants to shift.
Yeah, really would have liked to have get one of those guys moving from the back.
I wouldn't do any shifting. I'm not sure we can look at it and see what it looks like. That feels a little safer, but I'm not sure the position's any better. It's a tough play.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're forced into stacking them. Oh, we'll see.
Well,
okay.
he's trying to shifty. Might be right.
Your opponent doubles.
Okay, so 2 dances, and then
Your opponent takes.
Yeah,
okay,
no, I think this is I thought that was a pretty easy take, and it wasn't a double.
Yeah, I think just a lack of movement from the back, but now that black has escaped. But even so, I mean, white still has a lot of counterplay in a position to attack. 3-point board. Unfortunately, that is not one of the numbers which hits back. Okay, so black, I think, has to.
That was a nice roll.
Escape.
Pop out and play 1 checker safe.
1 checker down. The hit he plays tempting, but obviously maximizes the gammons with a cube turn, but a bit too risky. 6. Okay. And then having 2 to the 12. Yeah.
Got, down a little bit in the race. The other choice is to dump a couple of 2-point, which looks silly. That's a great roll. That's one of his best.
Huge roll. Yeah. So now black just wants to get out. Yeah. Doesn't leave any. Only leaves 4. That's all. But you can pay off to that, surely.
That's not a bad play there. It only pays to 4-2, but gives you better coverage.
I think you bring it round. I think you're closer to home and you just really want to get these guys in. So double 6 is going to leave 4-5. Well, or maybe not. Or, no, that's, yeah,
only a 4-7.
that's better. Yeah.
Now there's some gammon considerations start creeping in.
Absolutely. 4 still go. White still got 4. And I mean, gammon here is really big for Seb, getting to 4 away afterwards. Always like to be on an even away score if you can. Get more efficiency from the cube. Oh, left a blot and oof, very close, but not quite. Let's see if Dirk can get off the gammon here. Should be okay.
What do we got? 4, 7, 10. So he needs to get off in 5.
Wow.
Off in 4 from here. This is going to be very close. Now it's not. Oh, does that do it? 1, 2. No, it's still any doubles by.
Very lucky.
There you go. Now
Very
he needs
lucky.
2s or better, and he didn't get it. Gammon.
New game.
Okay, interesting. 4 away, 9 away. Wow. So obviously Seb would like to, get into a blitz position, but has to be mindful of doubling, of course, here because the recubes will fly back. Okay, so 4 points were slightly wrong there. So 6-3. Okay. Double 3, 3 points, or not. Okay. 3 down.
Yeah, that looks right. When is an 8 not an 8? That one's blocked. And really kind of a little funny distribution, but is the best you can get given the roll.
So 5-4 can make the 11, which is really nice, but doesn't.
Yeah, it's a little rich.
Bit too big jumping off the anchor just yet with the kind of playing double 1. Very nice.
That's
To
an
the
excellent
6
roll.
one.
Lucky.
So, okay, so I wonder whether we. So Dirk might be getting close to a double here.
It's certainly right to be thinking about it. Is it such an easy take?
I mean, Black's immediately got some bad numbers here, where
Your opponent doubles.
looks a clear take, but things could go really wrong for Seb here. So good kind of forward thinking.
Well, now the
Looking
choice
at
is, do you break up your blockade and try to basically win on timing and counterattack Black, or do you keep your blockade and let Black take his best shot? I mean, this was certainly his original plan, I'm sure, unless he rolled something very, very small, was to run. But this is a pretty good in-between number where you decide to counterpunch as opposed to relying entirely on your blockade. It's not. He's taken some time. It's not at all clear to me which the right play is.
So double 2, I really have to. One of the points is going to break.
Could make the 2 point.
And then slot in a 2. Yeah. Nice and efficient. 6-2. Could jump off and just leave an ace shot. Or 2 in. Make the board. That would just give.
I think he's supposed to. Now, does he play? Which deuce does he play? I kind of like this deuce better, but
you need some outfield control there. You can't let Black just dominate the outfield. So it's tricky play. Not confident on this one. I'd probably play 2-8, but
yeah, I like that. I think you can afford to. I don't think he wants to step up. I mean, step out. It's 5s, and well, maybe.
Blotting board, but yeah.
Yeah, computer likes something different. We just don't know what.
So you make the 40 and then 6-1, sure.
Well, maybe he should cover up the 2 point.
I mean, you're not leaving a great deal, but you really don't want to get hit here.
No, but it's the race is very close, and now there's certainly an option at least for Sebastian to run out and laugh at him. Tough plays all around. Each one is a very tough play.
Yeah, might be right here to slot the 5 and play to the 18 with a contact in the position. You go one's a duplicate. Good play there. Okay.
But now he's just got to clean it up. If you don't do that, what do you do? That seems like the only 6-4.
So you really want to be moving the checkers consciously, thinking.
If you keep the 8 point, what's it look like? You play 14 to 8 and whatever. That wouldn't have worked.
So 6-1. So really wants to stay back in that position.
Might be right just to push forward, bring the 6 forward, and then a little shift slide from 6 to 5.
Think.
And that's 4s and 7s.
So 4 hits, but leaves a blot in boards, which, I mean, here, that duplicates the 3s for black to re-enter. I mean, yeah, do you even, I mean, you're down in the race, you want to hit, of course you're. Here, 3s everywhere, duplicate, cover 5 points, 2-6, wow.
Very unlucky.
Okay, so double 6 is a
Whoa,
terrible.
right. Forced boxes for a double shot. It's hit.
Wow.
5.
Huge. I mean, if Dirk doesn't enter here, I mean, this match could be over potentially.
Very lucky.
Okay. 5 and wow, huge entry. Wow, what a swing both ways. Exciting stuff.
Very unlucky.
Okay. Hit, lift. Yeah. Wow.
Good to get an anchor in here.
Okay, well, that'll do.
Right,
Ace point. Double
Yeah,
2. Wow. I mean, amazing. I mean, Dirk was going to be gammoned, and now looks like Seb's going to be gammoned.
He could still take it. He's likely to get a shot. May get more than one shot. And if he hits it early enough, he's still in the game. Later on, he's just saving the gammon.
Keeping the 4-point board is obviously nice. You know, far fewer entries for black, but obviously you want to clear from the rear against the ace point there because your 4s start to play awkwardly. But okay, 2-1.
He played to dodge the 1 in 36 shot, and now he can't get home.
Yeah, you can hit surely.
That's all 6s and 1s. So we feel cool.
6-1 is duplicated as well by keeping it on the bar, so looks good. You're not leaving any extra shots, are you? You're leaving double 1 and 6-1, so actually 1 more.
And 6-6.
6-6, sure. Yeah. Maybe.
Oh, speak of the devil, there's the 6-1.
Wow, must have seen it coming.
Leap that prime easily.
4 comes off. Okay, so here 5-4 is a double shot, so that would be terrible. 6-1, nice, clears.
He can still, believe it or not, he can still run off of this as.
I think it's definitely possible. Oof, well, that 5-4 would. Okay, unfortunate miss. 6-3. Okay, runs.
Needs an ace or too big.
2s play awkwardly, and no aces. Stand back. Hoping.
Let's get out quickly. He's thinking about wasting a pip. Might be right.
I think our Benjamin has a role for these when to go. Is it 8 too late, 9 just in time? whether you run, you wait for aces or you get going. Okay. So black can say double five. White can still roll an ace, of course. Not get off. 10 rolls. Here, taking a bit of time to think what other doubles work. And double four, double three. I don't think double four gets off. 1, 2, 3. No, that does do double four. But
New game.
okay, 5 away, 4 away. Wow. Okay,
Very lucky.
huge. So this could, I mean, gotta be very careful about taking these cubes. 4 away, blitz
Your
positions.
Your opponent takes.
Yeah, these are normally takes.
Hmm.
Lucky.
Only 8 checkers in the zone, but of course, match score is important in those positions. So 6-2, checkers flying backwards and forward. Now, the issue with these blitz positions is once white anchors, you have those checkers out of play on the deep points. So a failed blitz is quite weak.
Now here the trick is you kind of want to leave the 2 checkers back together, but there's not really a good play that does that. I think split, yeah, you don't need the 24 point. Want to cover as much of the board as possible to make it and here white should just run. And black has 3s and 10s. That doesn't seem to be either one.
I mean, here Dirk can be quite aggressive on the read cubes of his score because you kill gammons for your opponent. Take point is slightly elevated.
Yeah, the trick there was activate that checker. Leave the goalkeeper back on the 24, and the only spare he had is the one he nudged forward and then ran with. Now he's going to have some combination shots to make it very interesting.
So that's a hitter. Big
Very
hit.
lucky.
Okay. So good. Black plays some mobility. Leaves a bad double 5, of course. But yeah. All right. So white enters, plays one down, gives good returns.
Hit. Hey, now maybe we get to make our anchor.
Unlucky.
Oof. So hitting on 5, bringing one down. 6s, you get 17 covers plus some indirects. So that's where you want it.
Lucky.
Wow, huge.
Yeah,
So
race to cover the 2 point. Don't worry about this other stuff. You can make your 2 point, the rest will happen naturally.
Okay, so
Wow.
Dirk is in really big trouble here. So bringing them down. Here, just checking no numbers kind of crunch. Don't want to roll a really bad big double and destroy your position. So always worth slowing down a little bit. Okay, so now we've got huge numbers to make the 2 point. Dirk desperate to anchor here or do something, not get gammoned. Okay, so just checking the numbers. Double 6, double 5, double 3. Always want to take your time. Okay, steps out. Of course, double 2 play is fine. So Dirk can't enter. 5-3 makes a board. And yeah, this could potentially.
That's about the end of that.
I mean, huge amount of clock time. They basically almost playing speed gammon. Oh, very good.
You can't run off of the gammon, so now you really want to stay back and pray to hit a shot. Oops.
Okay, so, yeah.
That's all she wrote.
That is
all
she wrote.
It all happened so quickly.
Yeah, I was hoping for a longer more draw no match, but there you go. Well done, well done, Seb. Hard luck, Dirk.
We have a winner.
All right,
By yourself.
there we are. So
Yep.
what's next, Julia?
Yeah, who do we get? We want some of the slow players.
Yeah, gosh, that flew by. Yeah,
Julia awake and checking.
I think she'll return in soon. So don't know whether anyone else is playing at the same time. We could have a look in the lobby, I suppose, but
Yeah, there's a whole bunch going on. We've got a
yeah.
lot of matches going on. Well, there must be. I mean, that was a blitz match, and they I believe started a little early. So they both started early and played fast.
Yeah, absolutely. Be interesting to see how they played, but very few mistakes that showed up.
The preliminary thing had Sebastian at 4.47 and Dirk at 2.32.
Okay. I think there was one mistake earlier. Okay, so I guess we'll just wait for Julia.
Told which you got to wait to be told which.
Okay, let's look at that one then.
Observe.
Okay, so
Continue.
I'm there.
brilliant. James Newman.
Yeah, we got a nice lopsided match. That's always exciting.
Yeah.
All right,
Always good.
Cubes in the
Always
middle.
good. Always good as a trailer here because you can cube extremely aggressively. Of course, here, I mean, your opponent almost can never recube you as well. Being 4-way.
Lucky.
So
Hit them both.
I think you've got to. Can't see anything else. Got to go on the attack. Offense is the best defense. Okay, 4. What does that do?
Make 2 points because it does put a second checker on the bar.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, having made the 2 point, you got to make the 4 point. It's very strong.
So obviously at a normal score, you'd be doubling this, but
You're doubling
this
a
score.
pass.
I mean,
It might be. Would you be so excited to take this even at this score?
obviously 4 points is what Wine needs to win.
Double and win a gammon gets you 4 points.
Yeah, it's a tough one whether or not it's a take. Open 5 points. Obviously, the recube is huge.
White's position, I mean, Black's position is sort of shot.
Very checkers. Maybe you just play on for too good here as White, even though Black has the anchor.
Wouldn't surprise me if it's too good.
Yeah, you just get the 2 away nice and quietly. Don't invite the cube.
Not sure I'd play that 6 out. Might be right to make the 8 point and bring another builder down. This looks a little bit stiff, and I'm not sure it's needed.
Yeah, that combination of having the mid and the 14 can be very tricky to clear.
I like that. This play looks much smoother.
Okay, so got to step out with a 6. Yeah, got to get out. Yep. Don't worry about the blot on the 8 point. Already. Okay, hit and cover. Beautiful roll. 5-4 is great.
Oh,
mate.
couldn't call for better.
So now, yeah, so White's glad the cube wasn't involved. Even though the 5-1 Backgammon is pretty weak because of a big gap between the two anchors, there's still good winning chances here, of course. 5-3 slots a 5, brings one down from the mid. Oh, maybe the 5's been played. Okay, 5-3 just reinforces the 8 point.
Yeah, he could, you know, he could laugh a little bit and play the 3 down and the 5 in, but this is probably right. He's going to look at it. Show it to us. Don't, I don't like that. I think you want to strip down the midpoint. I didn't like that.
You don't want the checker behind the anchor.
Right, and you don't want 3 on the mid here and nothing else to play with. Well, that cleans it up.
3 down, and then 6-2. There's no other 4.
I don't want to go volunteering a shot at this point.
So here you just play on. Hope to win a undoubled gammon. Black's going to run out of timing soon. Leave one of those anchors. 4-2 clears the 8. Puts a spare on a 6.
Yeah, the other play just leaves everything stripped and all kinds of awkward numbers.
So Black hoping to roll small, hold on to those anchors. White could have some difficulty here.
All right, here comes the first moment of truth.
Okay, so that is
nicely.
Also kills some of the 5s as well, so slows down the position, which is good for White. Really wants Black to leave with 1 6-2, so I think 4-2.
Yeah, that
I think I just.
I don't know about grabbing the extra checker.
So, gonna have to go with a 1 off a 20.
Yeah, it's all but forced.
Yeah, run off a gammon now. So now, White could be thinking now of a double here. Thirdly, I don't know whether it's still too good. Possibly with 2 back.
Well, now's the time to look at it because now Black is having. Is there any? There's no shot number here, so it can't be wrong to take a roll. Now there are shot numbers, so you should at least think about it.
That's it. Now the gammons are very low. You don't want to roll a 6-3 or something, 5-3. So here's probably a double.
I'm surprised he didn't.
So that's awkward. So there we are against the. Yeah, so that was probably worth doubling.
Yeah, and now there's no way to play this safe. This repeats multiple times. That may have been wrong. I might have been right to actually point on the ace point.
Epic luck.
So I would be doubling this, even though 5 checkers off is usually a take, but because of the huge match score difference, I think you've got to throw the double in here.
Your opponent doubles.
Yep. I think it's still a take.
What's he got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. He's got 6 off. Oh,
yeah, it was a take.
Like
yeah,
probably a
5
close.
Yeah, 5 checkers usually the rule, but open ace point there, and probably didn't want to give her an extra point. Okay, so 4-1 makes a 5. Yeah, good. 5-2 makes a 4 point. All pretty straightforward so far. Double 6. Wow. Okay. Do you?
Well, it's curious. You know, one play which will rear its ugly head is 4 down. Another is make the ace point.
I think the ace is strong. You've got 11 checkers in the zone. Huge cube access if White enters badly. I like the play. Wow.
And
so I would double this now, I think.
I think you're right. I agree. Maybe White should hit loose on the 2 to try to give himself at least a chance to take it and have something to play with.
That was a good play. I liked it. The tempo hit. Still think it's a double.
So do I.
Yeah. Just so much can go well here for black.
Doubles. Your opponent takes.
Double hit.
Yep, this is exciting. Need to anchor or hit back.
So good double, good take. Doubling from the bar, excellent. Both seem to be playing pretty sharp. Few small mistakes. Okay, 6-4 is great. Makes a 4 point, obviously. And then, oh, didn't see that. That's probably better, actually.
Well, that's exciting. It's a right or wrong. It's exciting. Now he's got to clean this mess up. Doesn't clean easily.
Okay.
Yeah, hope your opponent dances one more time. Otherwise, you're playing from an overextended position.
Double 4.
Unlucky.
Okay, 6-1. Can't quite. Might want to run. I think you run off. Really don't. You don't need the anchor.
Yeah, might be right. I mean, you run all the way to the midpoint from the 20.
You've got to get going. Yeah, double. I mean, 3 is double 3. How does that play?
We could make the 7 point and then plan to run from the 24 next. Well, this is just wide. This seems like too much.
I think it's too much, Kent. Yeah, and also once White's made the anchor, the blitz is off. Basically, so let's just run, because I mean now Black's really
unlucky.
Love checkers back.
I was looking at all the great plays I was going to make, except for I couldn't get in.
I mean, and this is a great position now. The cube has been turned, and Black's got 5 checkers back. So here we see the value of being 4 away, because yeah, White could win the match on this game. So Black should have just run, tried to kind of play gammon save really at the score. It's a bit unusual.
No, Black's strategy here is to throw some checkers out into the outfield and try to get obviously let's say hit a shot if he can, but try to get a better presence out there. He wants to get out and make the 15 point or make the 16 point or get something out to cover the rest of the board.
That's right. Yeah.
If he rolls a 3-6, just come in and throw the 6 back out onto the 16 point. Well, that's a great roll if only he was already in, which he isn't.
I mean, Black's position just is poor. Got very poor timing. Got buried checkers in the home board.
Good roll for White. He can just play 17-8 here. That's nice and flexible.
Yeah, White looking to make the bar point.
Yeah, I don't know. I think 17-8. So that oversteps. I don't like that play.
I don't like that. Black is dancing on a 2-point board. 4 dancing numbers. Bit unlucky. Does White hit again? I think maybe unnecessary. I think to the 8 point is good. 15-8 gives yourself kind of 9 rolls to make the 3 points.
I don't know what he's doing those 2 checkers back on the 17. They seem like it's a very peculiar place to have checkers. Well, he's moved one of them.
Okay, I wasn't sure about that. What White was trying to accomplish there. So 3-1. I think
make the 3 point.
I think you just
you're gonna need that eventually.
So Black's got to step out with one of them for sure. Right, one of them's got to jump.
Shift to the 23.
I think you play to the 18 and then 5-4 maybe, or something like that. You've got to get out, jump one off.
I kind of like that.
You don't mind being hit. Obviously leads to more gammon losses, but also you get some good returns. I mean, how else are you going to win this, really?
No, you win it by contesting the outfield. That's what's with a fallback plan as a 2-point game. But basically, you win it by contesting the outfield. Now, you kill a checker or abandon the second anchor.
Yeah, you
That's
really
a
don't want to
tough
lose
choice.
that anchor.
You
I
also
think
don't
you have,
want to lose a checker.
yeah,
That's a tough choice. Look at that. It was
that's
wrong.
yeah. Maybe it was right to play 6-3 and just
Yeah, that would be a cute play. That at least keeps all the checkers in play, although it sure looks
mm,
funny. My guess
yeah.
is it was right to get off the 23 point.
Mm. Okay, so that's gonna get one out. Yeah, and down. Okay, so my hits, of course, don't need to make the 11 points, so forget about that. I think just play to the mid, or even bring two down to the 12.
Has he got one left?
I think so.
Yeah,
I
this looks flexible and for the time being safe.
I like that. You've got
Yeah.
numbers to make the 8 points as well, even though you don't really want to be making points. Okay, so you've got to jump
I think
out.
he pulls off the 24 here and tries to get a fly shot next turn.
It's an interesting one. I think jumping out into a triple shot is a bit rich, but maybe 24-20.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, looks right. Still save a gammon here, even though you've got 6 back. Okay. I think you just play to the 6. You don't need to be making a 10 point.
Maybe.
I don't really
Well, that
like.
gives us several numbers that crack the home board. That's worth something. 5-1 and 5-2 broke the home board. Those are
Yeah.
that just destroys your opponent's game. I think that was worth the shot.
True, actually, the 5s play worse. Okay, but now you can see 6-1 is pretty awkward. I mean, do you just clear the 7?
Yeah, I think you probably do this.
Okay.
I mean, we don't want to be hit, but the Black's home board is, chopped liver.
Yeah.
It's sort of a mess. It's not threatening to get any better.
It's so tricky with those 3 checkers on the ace point. They're really just out of play. So step forward here, I think. Take them to the 9.
Yeah, and you get him squashed on double 4s, which is nice.
And then just 1 in. You could play 6-3, but yeah, I think you just bring it in. Yeah. 3-1, so jump 1 off. Yep. Okay. 5-2. Okay, 2 to the 4 point. Oh,
look at
that. Yeah, that's
he's looking
fine.
for flexibility and the possibility that his opponent's going to be abandoning one of the anchors soon. We don't have a 4. This is a shot.
Yeah, you got to be really careful here working out the danger rolls. I think I did a video on danger rolls, working out with bad numbers. Yeah, so that's pretty awkward. So how does that play?
Make the 3 heavy is sort of his best chance.
Yeah.
If he doesn't do that, he's going to be leaving a double shot.
Yeah, I think you have to do it. Yeah, let's hope you're missed. It's not.
Well, making the. I think just a single shot is the right way to go.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Okay.
Ouch.
Of course, that's a big miss there. Now easier to get that checker in, of course. Okay, 5-2. Nice. Yeah, to the ace.
Just do that. Oh, look at that. He can hold everything for one more turn.
Yeah. 2-1.
Not a problem. Probably just 4-1.
Okay, keeping it even on the back.
5s are awkward.
Yeah, you can see that point from the anchor. 5s don't play very well. Just got to clear from the 6, I think.
Yeah, I think so. And say maybe I'll roll something good next turn and just
Yeah, you really. Okay, so just stay back, play that to a 4 point.
is there any reason to leave off the 20 points so that it doesn't have like 2-4 pick and pass numbers?
2-4, double 2, double 1. I think I stay back. You've got 6-2. Got some. Is there anything else besides 6-2 though? 5-1.
Well, you got your 5 still. 5-4 is not happy.
Yeah, 5-4, 5-1. Okay. Okay, 6-3 is fantastic. Now 4's played slightly awkwardly, but got some spares there on the 4 point to help you along. 2 off. Just got to take 2 off here. Yep.
Well, he's not getting gammon. He's finally got checkers off.
Yeah. Okay.
There's our shot.
Slide along. Fewer shots. Yeah. Okay, so now you've got to leave with one of them. Yep.
Unlucky.
Yep, 2 off, I think. Still leave a lot of shots anyway by playing 4-3, so best to take 2 off.
Now you've got you're working on the nasty little gammon threat.
Okay, so I mean, White could still win a gammon here. Just needs to roll a double.
You wait one more turn or you sprint for safety.
Okay, yeah, the 2s. You get some 6-2, 5-2, 4-2. I think you
I didn't like that.
better stay back.
And the other thing staying back does is it doesn't let them take 2 checkers off with a 3, for instance, or an ace.
Okay, wow, this is very close.
Bigger numbers than this.
Okay, here we go.
All right, he's a 6 without a 4, or
That's it.
appropriate doubles.
That's not enough.
Unlucky.
Wow.
Wow, another
Wow. Very
Okay,
exciting.
Right.
both
All right,
guys played
okay.
well.
Let's
Four
get a third match in. I've been asked
Four.
to put up possibly one that's in a very good place. Reese Hodges and Vulcan Nice. So that's Hodgie and V Nice.
4.4 and 5.3 there, the PR, according to Heroes. Hasn't been. Okay, on to the next one.
Hodgie.
Yeah.
Let's continue.
All right, I'm here. Plenty of time. Nice ace point game. 5 away, 5 away. Cubes on 2.
Yeah, Black looks in a strong position here, taking them off.
Probably no gammon, but could still be a gammon. It could still be a win. Now we're looking more like a gammon.
So that obviously the gammon here is huge getting to Crawford. Massive advantage.
It's not
okay.
rosy.
Wow.
So now you want a little teeny number, so you get at least a chance at the coup classique.
Deciding whether to stay back with a coup classique or make a run for it, but can still get gammoned by running anyway. So,
well, you're almost certainly gammoned whether you're risking the backgammon by staying back. You're pretty much gammoned anyway. I mean, you're running into 3s or better. Will save it if you get a chance. Well, he's fighting. Yeah, the computer didn't like it, but it saved him the match. He dodged the backgammon.
Yeah, but
hey, 5 away, 1 away is not the end of the world.
5 away, 1 away. Yes. So
you win the 1, and then you win a gammon. End of match.
That's it. That's what I hope for.
So White doesn't really need, obviously it would reject a gammon, but doesn't really need a gammon here. He just needs a point.
Yeah, I mean, 5-8-1 away. I mean, 15% still winning chances, so it's not dreadful.
No,
I mean,
win the first game, then gammon them. That's the way I think about it. Nothing to it. I've also got far too many memories of them doing that to me.
yeah. I mean, no one loves post Crawford, that's for sure. Okay, so hoping to trying to make the bar, penning that back checker, take it home.
You just keep that front checker going if you want. Lots of possible plays.
So interesting on the time there. So Reeds has only got 30 seconds on the clock.
Oh, that adds for some excitement.
Yeah, so basically playing speed.
Oh, we want some complicated positions then.
You can certainly bear that in mind when you're playing your opponent. Okay, steps off.
Yeah, I like that three. That good board coverage. You don't really have to worry about it being hit. In fact, it getting hit 3/8 a new target like that.
Yeah, also threes are good for white to step up as well. So duplicating the small numbers to get to the edge.
You know, I'm not sure about that hit either. He might have been right to just try to push his back checker forward.
Yeah. So, okay, does black hit or?
Yeah, I think so.
Gets him off the anchor, but gives up the prime though, so might not be correct. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so that was good. White stays back, hoping to make the anchor, of course. Now I think black.
It's this turn. I mean, I think if you were going to hit, he should have hit last turn. This is consistent. And
Yeah,
now
it's
where
good.
do you play all your sixes? Let's see that you're being pulled away from the back. I mean,
I think
tempting.
you
It's tempting
slot
not even to run.
Yeah, I think you slot the three in the bar. You keep the checkers or something like this.
I'm not sure what that was.
Not sure about that one. Then 6 down to the maybe to there. Leave no shots. Okay, double freeze, nice. Makes the advanced anchor. And then to a 6 point, yeah. Okay.
Well, that can't make anything. Play to the 13 and the 5, maybe.
Something like that.
I'm not sure. That's just sort of playing safe and keeping the one checker as far back as he could.
Okay. Interesting how to play this. White's got a blotting board, so you can take a few more risks on leaving an indirect. Very little time left, 18 seconds.
He's going to have to, fly by the seat of his pants now. He's going to make reasonably. He doesn't even get a 10-second lag, so he gets a little bit of time to think, but not much.
Okay. I don't think the shot there needed to be left. That was, again, the mistake. 5-1. Okay.
All right. Well, a nice couple little numbers, or a big and a little, hit loose, jump out. That does nothing.
I think you've got to step out and slot the
three.
Yeah, I think so. Put your checkers where they belong, as McGrill used to say. I mean, what else? I mean, you can play it down and just leave 3 blots in front and play for a back game, I suppose. But this looks better.
This looks like a good plan. That looks like a good roll. What's the
double 4?
The place is close. So this is any sneaky plays here, or just start bringing them home?
Yeah, I mean, you could make a 3-point. I mean, this is where you really want more time on your clock when you rolls like this, because you can see.
Yeah, he's got to do something.
8 seconds, but really hoping this doesn't go to another game. But okay, clear the 11. Yeah. Wow, 5-1. Not good. Yeah. Don't be sure about that either. Double 4 is great. Makes a 3. Goes plays to the 8. Makes 6 is awkward though. This one gives you some bad 6s. That's not a great deal of choice. I can make the ace.
Yep, he's sort of forced into it. He's forced out of it.
Yeah. Okay. Some 6-1 pick and pass. Yeah, that was one of the good 6s. 5-2, 2 in. Calm.
Yeah, I think so.
You don't need any gammons, so the hit is too big. Yeah. Okay. It's a bit fast though, the double 4. Got to break the board.
Now we got a real race here. If he can just roll a decent size, well, that's not decent sized. Couldn't leap the prime.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
nice.
Yeah.
Smash 3. Yeah.
Let's take him off.
Run like
Say-
the wind.
Say 3-1, so 1 off. Or not. Deciding to usually correct to take 1 off. 4-2 is 1 off the 6. Don't need to pick and pass. I don't think you need to pick and pass. Like maybe.
Well, how'd that work out?
Yeah, that's a danger of the pick and pass. You let white re-enter lower in your board and end up in this situation. 6. But
That's all but done.
gosh, another quick one. Every interesting.
All right,
Okay.
who are the slow pokes? Who do we get next?
We will take a look in a second, just as soon as this game finishes.
We
Yeah,
have a
Reese has
winner.
got the PR point as well.
Very good.
So who
3.4.
have we got out on the course? We have, who should we get? We've got Pete Heskett, Charles Hill, I think are the only 2 games still going. So let's dive into which one. Let's go for Pete because I haven't seen him for a while. So Pete, H, and Marcus.
All right, I am observing.
Let's
Okay.
continue.
Okay, so this is interesting.
Oh, just in time. Oh wow, there's a rally in progress.
So 7-away, 2-away, keys been turned. Marcus only has a minute on his clock. Pete's got a lot more time there. But Marcus is in a bit of a precarious situation. 4 back behind a 5 prime. Soon to become a 6 prime.
Ah,
Wow. It's probably good to dance, actually. Get white to crunch a little bit more. Double 1. Wow. Stepping up or making the 2 point? Maybe stepping up. Give yourself 6s to get out.
yeah, knock him off the 2 point with the other 2 if you're going to do that. I'm not sure what that's all about. Push him off the 2 point. Now you're just asking for trouble.
Got half of it, right?
Can't play a 1 or a 3.
Mm. So, block double 6s, maybe?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Well, there you go.
I didn't seem to do it.
Think you got to bring them all out. Up in the right. Wow, well, that block double 5s. It's going back for contact. 6-2. Keep going. Like that, I think you've got to give up for 16. No, maybe not.
I could play the 5 there and 4 of the ace point.
Interesting. Whether you play from a 14, leave the 5
Might
shot.
as well keep the double fives blocked. He hasn't looked at playing that 5 and then playing 5 to 1. Well, the race is actually pretty good. I mean, the pip count is close, but Black's in much better shape than the pip count indicates.
What a tactical play, this one.
There, that's a pretty one.
Pete's definitely thinking about it.
I don't like that.
I mean, what does this benefit you? How?
I mean, you turn his bad number into his best number in the form of double fives. That doesn't. It's not like you're desperate to get hit or anything. I mean, you're probably ahead. So.
I think if White didn't have another spare on 16,
like bad idea. Also leaves you subject to this roll, which is sort of fielder's choice. He can hit and cover or not.
So why didn't White hit with a 5 there?
Well, he didn't want to keep the contact, but I'm not sure it's the right idea. I think he should have.
I mean, that looks like a big mistake when it's come up red. I mean, hitting and covering looked huge. That was probably a game winner, but okay, 2-1. Can't break the board anymore, surely.
Well, you can't really leave a shot either.
Yeah. Okay, staying back.
I'm sure he's not why he's not slotting the ace point with one of these things.
Okay, missed, but at least up and better distribution. White's got some wastage. Yeah.
Well, big numbers to bring the checkers around. Oh, nice shot. Nice shot. That's going to.
Lucky.
Yeah, lucky.
Really good. Okay. Okay, so
right.
White.
One doubles here starts to make it interesting, or a couple of little baby numbers for Black.
Yeah.
Need bigger than that. That's 4 off. Very good shot.
Not quite enough.
Yeah, looks like trouble.
Yeah, that settles it. Okay, 5 away, 2 away. Right. Yeah. Down and split. Making the 18 point, I think.
You can make his 5 point too.
Okay, maybe slightly better, maybe. 6-1. Yeah. Slot 2 points.
Now can we make the 5 point? Now can we make the 18 point? All right, we're into this.
6-5 is great.
Bar point versus bar point versus bar point game.
So you can be pretty aggressive. So double 6 was.
There's a gorgeous. Both of them can't be not to be outdone. It's still very close. Who's going to roll doubles first?
Yeah, so you can obviously be more aggressive here, but Black is, got a really bust front position. I think you play one down.
This seems clear cut.
Duplicate the aces to hit. 5-2 could run off potentially, which duplicates the 4s by breaking the 18, but probably too big.
Trying to build a board.
Okay, nice.
Look how horrible 6-1 would have been there for Black. He would have had to hit and go, leaving blots in his board, 5 blots everywhere else. There's our first doubles.
Okay, so
maybe he comes all the way to the 14 with 2 of them. Oh, he's going to sit tight and and counterpunch. Interesting strategy.
Yeah, I didn't like that one. I think I would have come down with two of them.
Or something.
Okay, 6-1. Awful. White misses. Four's hit.
Very lucky.
Yeah. Okay. So now white can play on for 2 good, of course, with
Yeah, the gammon here sends us to the next match.
I wasn't sure why white left a 3-6, so I don't think that was right. So 1-1. I mean, okay.
That seems a little.
I think I'd be getting off the 18 point, definitely coming a bit more forward.
And also the 7 point might be a nice landing point to try to get home. Oh, that's convenient. Now you've got 6 nice landing points to try to get home.
Oh dear. So a bit unfortunate there for Pete. Some a double 6 didn't help. And so yeah, it's been exciting in and out of different matches. Very high level of play from what we've seen this evening.
Oh, that's not over yet.
Might, yeah. Okay, that looks a bit big. Don't think you need to be leaving a gap. The gammons are pretty high already. So.
There we go. Let's make it fun.
Oh, big miss. Unlucky.
Unlucky.
Indeed.
Yeah, we need a couple of double 7s. We need double 7s.
This does look a bit unsavable at this point. Yeah.
Are there any matches left? Let's see what happened to the PRs, such as they are.
Well, that looks like a PR point for Pete there.
Winner. Marcus.
Again,
Okay.
2.
very good level of play. Right, super.
Nicely played all around.
So I
Okay.
thank you, Julia and Kent. I think I'm going to push off now and leave you guys to it.
All right, are we
Okay.
calling it a day, or do we get the absolute last match?
We have one still going. If you'd like to take a look at that one.
Let's see what's going on.
So that's C Hill again and Hern
Continue.
Acrobat.
Oh, we got a little bit of room left.
Mhm.
All right, here we go. So it's 9-6 in favor of Black, who has got some issues this game. And White has doubled. So this could get very close.
Let's have a look at this one. Okay.
Nobody's clock is ticking here. Okay, here we go. Wake up. 1, 2, 3.
Slot the 5, I think. Yeah. Yep. A fish pure play. Didn't like 8 to 7. What?
No, I didn't either. You know, try to build a 5 point quickly. You can't. Again, this is not yet a back game. This is a front game. So building your 5 point was the right idea.
So 6, and where's a 3 to a 10 point? I mean, yeah.
I think it hardly go wrong. Maybe he can just pick up he can play almost any legal 3 is okay. Although I wouldn't go 11 to 8.
Okay, 3-2.
Yeah, maybe leave the checkers scattered and play 15-10 or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. You'd like a spare and a 5 points, so
Or if you're going to do this, if you're going to play this 3, then play that 2.
okay. So
Really
black
want to
is
make a bar point here.
yeah. I think you make the 8 here,
There's the 8 point.
and then just 1 down. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is
Yeah. Looks good.
what a 2-1. Let's shift off the 20. Yeah, 2. Leave that there. I'd have actually left it back there, hoping to slide forward with a 1 and get the 2-3 game going.
So hit, play that to a 5 point. Well, make the
He's
pro-
going for the get out. Yes, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, big numbers for white so that we have a playable back game.
Well, this is interesting because you could here slot the 2 point.
It might well be right. It might well be right. I mean, these positions slotting the 2 point is usually the first thing you should do. Well, here we go. Okay, now we've got timing for a 1-3 back game. Excellent.
Yeah, these are good. These very strong 6s and 5s usually play awkwardly, but here we've got 3s and 5s. Need to be mindful of how 5s playing 3s, but white has a very good distribution.
Everything's nice.
4, 1 forward. Give yourself another 5 and 3 to play. Yep.
Could have taken 2 off the 6. It might have been right actually to take 2 off the 6 there.
Okay, so what's black doing? 5-2. And then
Now you got to get off the 6.
6-4. Yep. Okay, 2 down. Yep. 4-3.
They can handle it.
Just about holds. Yep.
Don't roll it again.
Okay. Yep.
Key roll. That's nice. That's anything that doesn't leave double and quadruple shots is a good roll.
Yeah, but now 3s and 5s are really bad after this. But let's see what happens. I don't think you need to
I'm not
leave
sure
the anchor.
I think I'd keep the point.
Yeah. Wow. Huge. Big roll. 6-2.
Now you want to
That-
release.
Very lucky.
So now you can create bad 1s. You could also create bad 3s.
Yeah, I think this was right.
Mhm.
You know, I'm not sure about.
Very
Okay.
unlucky.
Oh,
Okay, so
well, it doesn't. Where's the cube?
Very unlucky. Very
yeah, it's
lucky.
been turned. So wow.
Let's see. End of that.
Okay. So Crawford, yeah.
Have we run out of matches?
New game.
Oh
Okay,
no, the
so
other side won. The other side won. I was looking at the wrong side. All right, so this is exciting. We got is this what we call gammon go?
yeah. So black wants a gammon. So like double 5 is great. I think you've just run.
Well, the checker on the 9 point is frozen. They just
Yeah.
start running home.
And yeah, another one down
Back
from
to 5.
wow, big hit there. And
And
okay.
I'm not silly to play 13 to 11 with the 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're just about to beat Germany.
fantastic. There we can.
Does the result of this not matter?
Unlucky.
Okay, so this is exactly what black wants here. Wants to win a gammon, so just bring the checkers down into the attack zone. White should anchor here.
Yeah, seize the anchor and then hope for
Yeah.
something good to happen.
Just too risky to lose. 5-2 is great. 3-1.
Yeah.
Okay. Double 5. Now get that one guy out, I think. What? Wow. Huge roll. Double 6.
Maybe he should, come out, make the bar point, and try to contain that last back checker over there. If you can.
I think so. Monster roll there.
He's thinking about possibly making the 2-point heavy or something. I think he's supposed to risk the 9 right here and now.
Yeah, I think you've got to go for it. Really strong. White.
Well, that doesn't do any good because now black can just run, except for he can't.
And after that double 1, you would have really liked that
Make all
prime
the points
structure.
now. Make all the points.
Yeah, certainly got to improve the home boards. Black's going to jump out. You got to attack in the outfield. Okay, makes a run for it and hits.
Well, there you go. Now, if he's worried about getting gammon, this is a time to give you pause. If this play fails, you're going to get gammoned. Now, how much? And I think you need the hit. There's 15 hits back. This is
yeah, the gammon save play might be not a hit here, but it definitely wins more games. Yeah, tricky.
I mean, you're way behind in the race. So the question is, what do you do? You're basically looking at whether the gammon number has to be as high as 50% or something. You're going to lose if you don't hit.
I think wow, didn't like the hit. Yeah.
No, it didn't. It did not. Interesting.
Gammon save. Yeah. Just too risky to get hit back. Yeah. Too many numbers. But he worked out anyway.
So far.
Okay, I just think here you leave as little as you can. You can just leave double 4, I think, maybe. No, 4-5. Okay. Yeah, to 6. You can't.
Nothing to be done. Leave them the 4-5. Wrong 9. Oh, that takes care of a lot.
Always nice. And there we are. So clear from the rear. Yeah.
Well, looks like it's Sea Hill again.
Yeah, well, that's made the race a bit better, but still not enough.
Need several more of those.
Yeah.
Well, very exciting. Does that lock it up for UK?
That yeah, the match as a whole was decided by Reese's game.
Already.
That's taken us to 81-65. There's a couple of PR points still to be analysed, but not enough to change the outcome of the match. Thank you ever so much for your commentary.
We have a win.
Thank
Show
you to
again.
everyone out there who's been listening in for the whole of the weekend. We hope you've had a great time and you've seen a very, very strong performance by both sides. And I believe in a couple of minutes we will have some of the players from both sides joining us. But to the live stream, good night, everyone. Thanks for joining us, and we will be back on air very soon.
All right.
Thanks, guys. See you later.